The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Just one hit, then I gotta go.
You asshole.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Long time listener, first time caller.
First time
Caller.
First time caller.
After downloading the free Discord app, use the invite link in the description or scan this QR code with your phone to be taken to the Beyond Wednesdays Discord server.
First time listener, long time caller.
There you will see the Modern Comic Mayhem category on the left with the call-in waiting room. Join that call-in waiting room, set up your camera and your mic, and have your questions ready.
Call me now! Birthday on Mayhem.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you. It is another Saturday night. That means another Modern Comic Mayhem. And I hope you guys are enjoying the tunes, man. Having a lot of fun. Are we live? We are live right now, bro. We are live. It might not say it in the StreamYard, but we are live. Shout out to everybody. Comment. Yes, don't die, bro. Don't die. Don't worry. I'm okay. Cannabis, you can't overdose on cannabis. Trust me, I've tried. It's impossible. So, what up, everybody? It is going to be a fun show. I'm glad I got Hood here with me because he's another person that has seen the Quantumania, and we get to talk about it. So, you guys know my feelings on spoilers. Too bad. No, I'm just joking, you guys. We won't get too crazy spoiler. Yeah, we probably will. Who knows? But that being said, we'll get into Quantumania tonight reviews. We have call-ins ready on the Discord for anybody that wants to call in. And I hope you guys are enjoying the tunes as of late. I try to throw in a couple good ones that we all know, and then I try to throw in a couple ones that some of us don't know. Open up your eyes to some stuff.
You know Kang tapped that ass, right?
Oh, bro.
When they were in the quantum realm, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, she was there for 30 years. Man. She even admitted it. And, bro, by the way, didn't she look good? Didn't Michelle?
She looked phenomenal.
Yeah, she looked absolutely amazing.
Alvaro, that's okay.
She's like in her 60s.
That's okay.
Or something like that, man. It's crazy.
Oh, she looked fantabulous.
Yeah.
Fantabulous.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the viewer count widget. It doesn't seem to be working, and it's a pain in my neck right now. So we'll figure it out at some point.
Let me see. I'll go through YouTube and see how many people are.
Well, let's see here if I can get. Let me switch it to this. There we go. And let me switch it to...
There's 34.
34 people. All right, let's see if we can figure this out. Properties. All right, you guys. And you know what? There was sell your Mac McClung rookies. Who's Mac McClung? Heineken Jones. Am I missing out on him?
Yeah, he's in the dunk contest.
Is he the kid you were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wow. Interesting. Does he have any rookies?
I don't know. He's been in the G League.
Yeah.
No, he got picked up by the Sixers, man. I'd hold on if he does have a rookie.
What is going on here, man? That thing just does not want to work. Whatever I do, it is not working. So let's get rid of it. All right. What else do we got going on tonight? We're going to talk a little bit about, of course, drama. Drama rears its ugly head again. It's good at that. So we'll be talking about that. That being recent Black Flag Comics and Clayton Crane news. You guys all thought that was over with. Not.
Hell nah.
Yeah, not even close. But we'll get into that. I think I'm gonna have like because I know a lot of people don't like the drama. But I'm gonna have a drama section every week. So I always was a fan. I know some people think he's a douchebag, but I think he's a hilarious troll, and that being Killer Keemstar. If you guys know who I'm talking about, the host of Drama Alert on YouTube. I used to love that show. It was so funny, and Keemstar back in the day started out as a Halo troll, and if you guys remember the Halo weight rooms back in the day, they were crazy, absolutely crazy, and the trolling was like next level stuff. So I think we're going to do a special drama alert for the comic community at the end of every show. I will set that
drama
up. Yeah. So,
instead of mama.
Yeah.
Drama.
And for those of you guys that want to add stories to that, we will make a section in the Beyond Wednesdays Discord to add stories for the comic community drama. Shout out Half Price Crook. I see you, bro. I see you, brother. And yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure it's going to be filled with Comic Tom stories, decor, Thorough, because Thorough is always right on the pulse. Decor is always right on the pulse. Who else is just like they're like the paparazzi of today in the who else? There's a couple of them. Anyways, shout out BK says McClay book Clayton Crane for next Saturday. That's a great idea, but I doubt it. That dude is so quiet. He doesn't want anything to do with any of that
Hey,
stuff.
let Thorough question him, bro.
Oh, bro.
It's NYPD, bro. Don't mess with Thorough, man.
That shit is crazy, dude. That shit's crazy.
Bro, he gave me a look, dude, and I was telling him everything bad I did when I was a kid, dude. I'm sorry, officer.
Hold on, you guys. Let me fix something here. You see nothing. You get nothing. All right, there we go. Okay, hold on.
Shout out to Thorough. Love you, bro.
Is he here? No.
He could be. I
don't see him.
Shout out.
I don't see him. Shout out to Thorough. Thorough's the guy, the dude. All right, let's go right there. There
Patrick's
we go.
in the house.
That way I can get rid of that little thing at the top. All right. Stuff was driving me crazy. All right. Yeah, so we got all that fun. I want to remind everybody to make sure to keep your eye on the Discords. The Discords are just rocking right now, man. So let me update the link in the Discords. So invite people, copy. And here is an invite link, you guys. Go and download the Discord app. And then when you download it, hit that invite link, and it will take you to the Beyond Wednesdays Discord. I'm also going to edit that link right now in the YouTube description, because sometimes it's a pain in the ass and it likes to change itself, and I don't like that. I think that if you put the QR code for the Discord in there, that the QR code never changes. But as you can see, you guys, Discord is basically just like a forum app, a community app, and you will see it's changing constantly. Shout out to International Comics, who is he was taking care of the OTR Discord for a little while and just figured out all these cool things to do. So I said, hey man, if you want to do it over here, like I would love to have you do it. And he's gonna continue to make the Discord look nice and pretty, and just grow it. So make sure you guys check it out. The Beyond Wednesdays Discord is more like a community place for the channel and for the community. If you guys want to check out On the Radar Discord, that is more like a collectible speculation site. As it says at the top, it literally is speculation for all collectibles. And there's all kinds of stuff in here, all kinds of categories. There's comic book stuff, sports card stuff, video game stuff, NFTs, trading card games, action figures, toys and statues, magazines, manga, anime, miscellaneous, all kinds of stuff. So go check that out. There's links in the description for that. But if you guys want to start calling into the shows, this is where it's going to happen in the Beyond Wednesdays Discord. Again, links in the description. There will be places to call into Modern Comic Mayhem, call into OTR on Wednesday nights, call into the Bogcast on Thursday nights, and whatever other shows I'm on that wants to take part in the Discord call-in stuff. So a lot of fun for that for sure. So very, very cool stuff. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. So hell yeah, shout out to Jason Klein for that. We have to play that again. Hold on here. Let me figure that out.
Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, that was dope right there. All right. Where is my alert box? Let's fix the alert box. All right, there's the alert box. And our boy Jason just dropped a $4.99 super chat. And that super chat says... Let's see if I can play it again. I'm rich, bitch! Glad to catch a live show for once. Thank you for all the great shows and content all the time. Hey, Jason, thank you, man. I appreciate you being part of this community, and we talk on IG and all kinds of stuff, so I appreciate all that, man. I appreciate all the people that I meet through comics, especially over the last couple of years doing comics related content, and I've made some of the best friends that I have right now through this. All the people.
When we were in Baltimore and we came back, you were saying how it was nice to meet everybody, but you never said it was nice to meet me.
Bro, you are one of my best friends, man. I just said that. All these people that I meet are my best friends. And by the way, you said on
like 5 shows, man, Baltimore was awesome. I shout out to this, and I'm like, what the fuck? What did I do?
Shout out to Hartman, who had just become a member to the live shows. Appreciate you, Hartman. I got a bunch of cards to send you, Hartman, so be on the lookout for that stuff. I'll show you what I do for my best friends. I don't do this for all my friends, but just for my very bestest of friends. I tell them to, or I don't tell them, I show people my bestest of bestest friends their YouTube channels. The YouTube channels that are talking about pressing, that is going to have a show. Where are you, Red Hood? That is going to have a show.
Did they delete me?
Hold on, we're going to find you.
I didn't cuss that much.
Comic pressing.
There I am.
Red Hood Comics. Red Hood Comic. If you're not subscribed, go and subscribe.
Why is my face so close to the mic like that? Do I do that? Well, I guess I do that.
So let me go ahead and give you guys a link to youtube.com/@redhoodcomics and
comic
at Red Hood Comic. And
yeah, not to be confused with Red Hood Comics.
there's the link, you guys, in the live chat. I'm going to add Red Hood to, if you guys are ever wondering how to find a lot of the other great content creators on YouTube, especially the ones that are friends of the channel, all you have to do is go to...
Hey, click on that video of that guy right there, man. He was in my LCS a couple of years ago, and I just started filming him, dude.
All right, hold on. So if you're ever interested, just go to my channel and go to the bottom, and you'll see homies. And these are all the homies in the...
Pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, so right there, you guys can go find them all, and you'll be able to find Red Hood there also. So, all right, what were you talking about there? Well, you're not there yet. All right, here we go. This is what Red Hood was talking about. Let's take a listen.
Enter the lost world of the warlord. Rom's basement.
So this guy just walks in. It just is just random, dude.
Entire collection of Batman or Superman. Rom's Space Knight. Wow. I put those in the 50 cent thing.
I did say eclectic.
I
started with that. Everybody's got Superman and Batman from back in the day.
You did say that.
I said eclectic. I've got all but 3 of the original Green Lantern, Green Arrow series.
Wow, that's awesome,
bro. That is the exact idea that people have of comic book, quote unquote, comic book dorks, right? This is the exact idea they have in their heads.
I would like to stop saying "but" after those statements.
Okay.
I have a pretty nice collection. It was originally my grandfather's, then my father's, now mine, and I'm working on filling out those times where you can go, oh look, Grandpa had kids. You can tell there are no comic books for 2 years. Oh look, my dad went to college. You can tell there's no comic books for 5 years. You know?
Okay.
And I'm working on filling those gaps in my collection. I actually just got them all. We moved into the new place. I'm about to start setting them all up, going through them with my kids, and I'm going to start having the list of exactly what I'm looking for. What are the chances that you have the ability to find rare comics?
0 to none.
That guy's like, I just don't want to deal with you, bro.
Damn. That's what I was afraid of. Same chances I have. It's starting to look like.
Yeah.
Why don't you try going online?
I do, but most of the people who are selling them online know what they're worth. Which is why I still have holes.
Hold on, dude.
I love how you just Jersey to the Bay. I always laugh when some cat comes in the LCS like that.
Hey, bro, y'all think I tell them stories? This is the type of shit I run into every day. There's like, I could tell you guys so many fucking stories, dude. I just happened to catch this, like, and started filming it.
Okay.
Like,
I know I have repeats of some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's a particular list of things that you're interested in. I know that I see that you have interest in old
Bronze
stuff.
Age, period. Silver and Bronze Age.
Anything in the Silver and Bronze Age?
As long as it's a superhero and as long as it's not tattered, torn,
right,
written on, I'll have interest in, especially keys.
Okay.
Cool. X-Men #1. Anything John Byrne, Cochran.
I don't have X-Men #1. I do have the first annual where they went from the X-Men that wasn't very popular to the other one.
I didn't mean X-Men #1. Priority list #1.
Oh, X-Men is #1. Yeah, I've got that annual that everybody wants.
Okay. Well,
I used to have 4, but I needed to eat and pay rent. Now I've only got.
What annual do you think he's talking about?
oh, giant size X-Men.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
All right. Well, you asked, and there it is.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I might be interested in some of those Daredevils.
Okay.
What are the odds that you've got any of the 2099s?
Oh, that's another 50 cent bin. That's another.
Fantastic. I really enjoyed the storyline for Doom 2099.
Hey, man, I'll give it to him there. That Doom 2099 was some good shit.
I really did.
Okay.
But I'm a comic book reader. I like storylines.
Okay.
It's
Think
more
this-
than just
You think this dude is still trying to sell rare comic books?
I don't know, man.
a
it
collectible
out.
to me.
Okay.
Now rewind that
I
part,
read my
dude.
comics.
This dude goes full on Hamlet, dude, right here, bro.
A collectible to me.
Okay.
I read my comics.
You know what? I need to have you put 2 books on there real quick before I forget.
And the
Well, thank
comic
you for
book
your
owner,
time.
he just like starts ignoring him, dude.
Yeah.
But he was like, I read my it got intense, bro. I'm like, hey, bro, what the fuck? Active shooter or what, bro? Get the hell out of here, dude.
I think he probably is on the spectrum, unfortunately.
Yeah, dude. Like, I hadn't seen him since, bro. Like, but that is the type of shit. Like, they're out there, man. The motherfuckers are out there, bro. If you go eat dinner, don't have your back to the door. You know what I'm saying? Chad Cave should know what I'm saying, bro. Like, don't have your back to the door. Like, motherfuckers like that, you got to worry about.
I love it, dude. All right, let's get into some of the Ant-Man talk, you guys. If you guys didn't get a chance to see it, that's a bummer. It was actually a pretty good movie, and it made some decent money. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania made $115 million over 4 days at the box office. That is a lot of money, man.
And they were projecting it not to do this amount in 4 days, right?
Yeah.
I was listening to Grace Randolph, and she said that it wouldn't do 150. So,
yeah, man, it kicked ass. It really kicked ass, and especially for Ant-Man. I think that the best way to explain the movie for me is it is the exact thing you would expect out of a superhero movie. It's 100%, what you would expect out of a superhero movie. It's got funny parts. It's got the serious parts. It's got the things that you love from Paul Rudd. It's got the things that you love from Marvel movies. It's got it all. And on top of that, it has Jonathan Majors. And Jonathan Majors was absolutely awesome. He was great, dude. Just did such a good job. He's a great actor. Watching this made me want to go see Creed 3 or whatever.
Oh, that's going to be a movie.
Yeah, I want to go see that just because of how good Jonathan. I like Jonathan Majors. I'm not saying that he put on this acting performance like Denzel Washington in Training Day in this, but there's something about Jonathan Majors that I really, really like, and he did a good job in this. Kang was a badass, dude. Kang was a badass, and he is a badass, and I think that's the other thing that I never thought of growing up of Kang as being a badass, right? I always thought of Kang as kind of like this goofball. He looked like a goofball. He acted like a goofball. I didn't think he was this crazy villainous dude, and Jonathan Majors totally made him feel that way.
That was that was a level up, and it's like you're wondering where this has been for the last year and a half. I mean, it was an end game, you know what I mean? But it was okay,
Yeah.
and I was, I love my Marvel movies, and thank God it wasn't like what the critics were giving it. And I had to ask a couple of people, do you have to go to school to be a movie critic and study or some shit?
No, you just have to be a
Like-
douchebag half the time. Because
Like, how do you know you like it if you don't like comic books? You know what I mean? Like, you're going to the movie. What kind of research, if you don't like go to like comic book movies, like what kind of fucking research are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, wasn't believable. No, I didn't like the way he frowned and his eyebrows. I wasn't buying it at all. You know, it's like, how can you enjoy a movie when you like have to sit through it and just nitpick the shit out of it like a CGC grader? You know what I mean?
You know what I liked the most about, well, not the most. You know what? One of the things that I really liked about this movie is how fast it started. You didn't have to sit through 20 minutes of bullshit for them to set up something. It was just like, get up and let's go. Let's do it. And that was great. The CG was beautiful. The art direction was beautiful. The quantum realm looked amazing. There was only just a few little nitpicky, cheesy parts, I think.
Hey,
Dude.
bro, you like that alien? I got holes now.
Yeah.
I got holes.
Yeah.
That was what's his name? Part of Paul Rudd's crew in the first two Ant-Mans. What's his name? He was Polka Dot Man or whatever.
This dude. Oh, let's take a look. IMDb. What was that character's name?
Oh, there he is, David Dachmachin.
Veb. Is Veb in the comics? Let's take a look.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Does anybody know about Veb before? Oh, no.
Bro, he's a thing? First appearance of Veb?
Hold on. Veb, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Is a member
It's
of
a
the
thing.
Freedom Fighters fighting against Kang, the Conqueror, in the Quantum Realm. Oh,
okay,
so
but
first
no
appearance,
comics.
yeah. No comics. Only one appearance.
Okay.
In the Quantum Realm. So be on the lookout. That character is coming up first appearance soon, and everybody's going to be specking on him. But
Dude,
great.
I would have loved to hear a conversation with him and the detective, where he taught the magic to, or whatever, what was it called, one hand magic or whatever.
Yeah.
And
That
so
dude
it
was
looked like they
badass.
were talking. I wish I could have heard, because you know that shit. They probably have some outtakes or some shit like that.
Yeah. The cast was great. Michelle Pfeiffer was.
Oh man, yeah.
I can't believe how good she looked in this movie. I know a lot of
She
it
was amazing,
Yeah,
dude.
how CG and this and that. She's like 60-something years old, man, and she looked stunning. So that was good. What did you think of the chick that played Cassie Lang? Did you like the character in the movie?
Yeah. I mean, I it was different because that was the first movie, and they, like they changed actresses or whatever, and I kind of liked the other actress, but I mean, she's fine. Yeah, I believed it. It was believable.
Yeah.
A lot of great scenes with Evangeline Lilly, and man, her hair, bro, was jacked, bro.
Yeah.
What did they do, man?
I don't know. I don't get. That was one of the weird things. It didn't look very good. That's for sure.
Man, I was like,
Yeah. What did you think of Bill Murray's part, the Lloyd Krylar part?
so why is he under fire? What did he do?
I don't know.
Did he do some sexual harassment type of shit? Why is he so
why is
under
he?
fire?
Why are they wanting to cancel him right now?
Yeah.
Let's
What
take
did
a
he
look.
do? Anybody in the chat know?
And Bill Murray asked Catherine Newton if he could join the MCU. Bill Murray walks in members of an NFT party. I don't know, man.
Bill Murray harassment?
Is being canceled after a flurry of allegations. Time last Wes Anderson film may be coming to an end. Allegations he sexually assaulted a young crew member on the set of the now suspended Being Mortal. I don't know, man. I'll be honest. Like, I feel like a lot of those cancellations are, and listen, I'm not saying that sexual assault and harassment doesn't happen, but I feel like so much of the younger generation does not have they don't understand social cues. You know what I mean? They don't understand like how people talk to each other, and they definitely don't understand flirting. I think flirting, like, you have to be so careful, like, flirting nowadays, because they're gonna take anyways. So I'll say, by saying that, I think I don't know, man. I would be surprised if there's any cancelable things that Bill Murray has done, but
hey, Chad's got a great point.
Yes, he does.
I just now thought of that.
Paul Rudd spends 5 years in Quantum Realm and only ages 5 hours. She spent 30 years in there and should have only aged 30 hours, but they aged her 30 years. That's a great point. I didn't even think about that.
Wow.
I didn't even think about that. Lewis says Bill Murray allegedly straddled and kissed a younger female staffer on the set of the movie. He grabbed a woman and pretended to kiss her. You don't like Bill Murray, Chad? Bill Murray's great, dude. Holy cow, that's surprising. Yeah, man, that's interesting. Yeah, this was funny right here.
Peyton Manning did some shit too, but like it's Peyton Manning. Can't say anything about him.
All right, I don't know, this Lord Krylar character.
It was good. I mean,
it felt like a waste. I'll be honest, it felt like a waste.
Yeah.
To put
I think
Bill
they
Murray.
cut a lot of his screen time because of those allegations.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they did a group photo and they told Bill Murray, "Hey, get out of here." Because he was on the red carpet, and this is what I heard, that they asked him not to be a part of the photo.
Dude, there we go. First appearance of Krylar and Hulk 156. There you go.
Huh. Okay.
That's pretty interesting.
I bet you there's a bunch of characters that were kind of just random that we thought were just made up, and they pulled from these comics.
Well, we talked about this comic on the Hot 10 a few months ago, I want to say. So,
okay.
I thought it was all a Jarella thing, but it's a Krylar thing. So that's interesting. There you go. Be on the lookout for the Krylar first appearance if you're a Bill Murray fan. All right, so
what'd you think of all the Kangs, dude? Bro, Immortus and what's the what is it? The Pharaoh? What's his name? Ramatut.
Yeah. Quantumania end credit. We're not spoiling anything for anybody on these. Let's see if we can get any pictures of it.
Ain't spoiling it. Everybody should have seen it already, bro. It came out Thursday.
Council of Kangs.
Yeah.
So, you say here, it says, 2 of these guys resemble ancient Egypt ruling Ramatut and timeline pruning Immortus as they appear in the comics, while the cyborg-looking guy may be based on the armored Scarlet Centurion. That's very, very cool. So, let's see if we can find some images to show people.
Oh, there's
right here. Is that it?
Where's the one with the Ramatut and Immortus?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Bro, Immortus look wicked, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Victor Timely too, man. I'll tell you what, Loki's going to be a show, bro.
Yeah. Loki's going to be good, dude. What do we got going on here?
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't reveal shit. Why do you even say that?
Dude, that guy, James Allfires or whatever his name is, he always has fucking clickbait. And I was gonna fucking like put something in his fucking chat, but he always like will put like Reed Richards cast, right? And then you click on it. Yeah, I heard a report from a couple of weeks ago that they might start casting, and wouldn't it be cool if Reed Richards was cast? And I'm like, bro, you put on there like you had some info, dude. And he does that all the time, dude. I'm sure he's a nice guy, dude, but that motherfucker just nothing but clickbait. Like whatever you see on the thumbnail, he like has no info on any of it, dude.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that they don't have images of it. I mean, you know what I mean? Anyways, yeah,
On TikTok they do. If you go to TikTok,
yeah, they have everything on TikTok. Well, that being said,
and all the aliens, bro.
Yeah. That being said, a big book right now that people are buying like crazy, that they should have bought long time ago, being the first appearance of the Council of Kangs, number 2 on the Hot 10 this week, which was very interesting. What do you guys think about? What do you think about that book? You got many of those?
You know what? I have one copy, and that's it. Honestly, I was shocked at how they pulled that off.
Yeah,
it just looked fucking crazy, dude. Like that they brought that page to life. It was incredible. I was just like, wow.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. We got a new subscriber. Shout out to our new subscriber. I love that. Drakheers Comics. Drakheers Comics. Drakheers Comics and things. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, tell me how to say it right. Thank you for your subscription. I appreciate that. Hopefully you enjoy what you see.
Oh yeah,
here.
Hartman, Screen Crushed. Yeah, that's also clickbait too, man. There's a lot of fucking jackasses, dude, on YouTube, bro.
Well, here's the thing. So let's do a quick rundown of all the Kangs, right? So you've got hold on here. Somebody just joined. Solo Wookie. What up, Solo?
What? Whoa.
Hey!
Can
Holy
you hear me?
shit!
Try and fix my headphones here.
All right, let me mute him until he figures it out. Check. Let us know. Give us a thumbs up when you're good to go. All right, so here are all the different Kangs that are out there, right? So you got Nathaniel Richards, the OG, Rama Tut, as you were talking about, Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Here
Bro,
you guys
he
go.
looks like Jonathan Majors right there, bro. They made his face look like it.
He was wasn't he a didn't they what do they call that when they change things later on?
Oh yeah, they retconned it.
Yeah, they retconned it. They retconned the Rama Tut stuff. So first appearance, of course, Fantastic Four number 19. Tough book to get nowadays. Super expensive. But that being said, there's one of them. Another character. This is a big one right here. Scarlet Centurion. Be on the lookout for this character. As you saw, definitely going to be showing up soon. First appearance, Avengers Annual number 2. Another tough book to find with a killer cover. One of the best covers of all time. That all black background with them fighting each other, which is awesome. Love that. Next we have Immortus. You guys all know Immortus. Another great character that we've already seen. Nathaniel Richards, his first appearance. Avengers number 10, another oldie but goodie. I sold a foreign copy of this not too long ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That is cool. Immortus is cool as shit, dude.
Yeah. Next we have Iron Lad. This is one that I think a lot of people are kind of missing the boat on. I think this is going to be an interesting thing if he shows up and is kind of like that that thing that puts the group together, the Young Avengers group together, because they made it very clear in this that that's where they're going with Cassie and everything, right? I mean, I think that was pretty damn obvious. So Iron Lad is another, of course, Young Avengers #1, first appearance. On a little bit of a dip right now. Good book to pick up on the dip. You can pick up 9/8 of that, I think, for like $300. Kid Immortus. This is another good one right here. Fantastic Four, Volume 2, number 8.
Hey, what's 291 and 293? Patrick said pick those up.
Grab what? Avengers 291 and 293?
Yeah, I think so.
This one right here?
Yeah, Shadows of the Past.
Let's take a look. Kang Nebula. First appearance as Kang Nebula. Kang the Conqueror, Nathaniel Richards' first appearance. Kanglet, first and only known appearance and dies. And Leviathan leaves the adventure. So, Kang Nebula. There you go. That's Ravonna Renslayer right there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, she's coming back in the Loki show.
Yep. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, man. Good movie overall. Really, really good movie. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, man. I can't say really anything bad about it. There was a couple of cheesy parts, but other than that, there really wasn't that much, that was to complain about. So 291 and 293. Let's take a look at 293. All right, here we go for 293. We've got first appearance of Chairman Kang. First appearance of Kang of Earth 1234888.23497, or Fred. Kang Kong and Kang Cobra. So, yeah, good storyline. Probably to keep an eye on. How many people, though, is it worth speccing on storylines and stuff anymore? I feel like it's not even worth speccing on those books anymore. I feel like...
Well, it's hard because they're not following source material. They're like just cherry picking what they want to do.
Yeah.
Like in the first saga, like the Infinity Saga, they pretty much stuck to storylines like Civil War and Winter Soldier and Demon in a Bottle, and you know what I mean? So like those were good to spec on. Now it's just like they're doing whatever they want. I was happy to see the Council of Kangs, that was pretty cool because I mean straight from comic book to motion picture, it was awesome. But man, it's been a while since we've seen them like adapt source material. Like the Thor Love and Thunder, it was a shit show and they didn't even follow any of that, man. And they wasted a good character, man.
Yeah.
And they try to like do all these, I don't know what the hell, man. I'm so pissed off at that.
What did you see it yet, Solo?
I haven't.
No.
No, it's everything that I've heard is really 50-50.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's about like 80-20 more, but I don't know. I haven't really been trying to pay attention. Have you heard people saying they didn't like it? Have you guys heard people saying they didn't like it?
I have some people like, but
nothing crazy.
not so much that they really didn't like it or that it was a huge disappointment, but just that's what I kind of mean is nobody's like, oh, that was the greatest movie ever, but no one's like, oh man, that was bomb shit. Like that sucked. Everyone's just really right down the middle, just 50-50, like take it or leave it. It had some exciting points, but that's it.
Wonderworld Comics says bought a full run of Young Avengers for $200 today at an auction. I saw at that auction, Dennis, that looked like a blast of an auction. Who is that picture that you sent out? You sent out a picture of you. Was that? Oh, you'll have to let me know. I'm spacing on the name. Anyways, you'll have to tell us about that at that auction. That looked very, very interesting. So
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. You know, Guardians of the Galaxy should be really good. James Gunn's kind of farewell. You know, hopefully they better not kill off Rocket, bro.
They're gonna.
They don't say that, Brian.
I bet you. I would put money on it, bro.
No.
I'm
not losing Rocket, bro.
So
I love that little guy, that little furry motherfucker, bro.
I think it's gonna be a big major like sticking point death, but
bro, I can't handle that shit. Black Panther and now Rocket, dude. They better not, dude. And then Tony Stark, bro. They're killing all my favorite characters, dude.
Yeah. Well, they have to do that, man. There's a reason for that.
Oh, they don't.
No, they don't have to, but they think they have to bring in the younger, newer characters.
Hey, dude, did you see that scene with Little Rocket when he was a baby, dude, and they started sticking all them fucking bro?
Yeah, that was hardcore, dude.
Bro,
I think that's part of what's killing a lot of the hobby and a lot of the movies and interaction is that they keep killing everyone. It's Walking Dead all over again. I'm enjoying Last of Us, but at the same note, why'd you spend a whole episode introducing me to two characters if you're just going to kill them at the end of the fucking episode? Like, give me storyline about the two main characters you're not killing. Like I get kind of what they're doing, but at the same note, I'm sick of watching shows where everyone just dies. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah, they killed Black Panther. They could have brought him back. They could have recast him.
Well, I think they basically did in their own way.
Yeah.
By putting the little kid there, right? The son. So,
yeah.
You know, they can fast forward it. Tosin.
Tosan.
Yeah.
Tosin.
Tucson.
What?
Tucson.
Why can't they just force ghost that motherfucker? Just have him come back. Force ghost him back. You know what I'm saying? He ain't dead. He's force ghost. He's stronger than ever.
And I'm all the Jedi.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I'm Iron Man. You know, we ought to do like a cut scene with I'm Iron Man. Well, I'm all the Jedi.
There you go.
You know, you can imagine the fucking Disney producer for this the Rise of Skywalker. I want Endgame. That's what we need to have. We need to have Endgame for this movie. And the director, okay, you want Endgame? I'll give you Endgame. Turn Rey into Tony Stark and shit, dude. The portals open and all these Jedis came out and
God, it's hard telling.
Mbaye.
Have you guys been watching Bad Batch?
No,
you know,
I'm
honestly,
waiting for it to end to just watch it all. Is it good?
Ugh. No, you're not missing anything.
Oh,
really?
It's terrible. There's other than one episode where they revealed Gunji has lived through Order 66. There has not been an episode that has described or had any meaning or had any nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just every episode's filler, bullshit, nothing.
Ouch.
We still haven't seen Crosshair. We're on like episode 7 or something like that, 8. Still have not seen one episode with Crosshair in it.
Hey, bro, I heard at Star Wars Celebration they're going to announce a new live-action Star Wars movie. And it's, you know, I've been hearing Old Republic. I've been hearing so we'll see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
And they're supposed to announce Kenobi season 2.
Oh, jeez. Just, just give up, man. Just start.
Man, I want to pick up some power converters.
They gotta stop. They gotta dial it back and put out good content again. It just, oh my god.
If they could give me a Vader show, I'd be happy. I'd be very happy.
And
Ahsoka could still be really good, you guys. I think we're kind of hating a little bit too early on the Ahsoka stuff.
Right. Well, you could do a Vader, right? And the Emperor, I told you to wait on the command ship. And he's like, fucking pussy. Like, what did you say? Nothing.
Well, I think they dialed down a lot of the other stuff so that they can focus more on Ahsoka, because they put so much into Ahsoka. And I think they really focused heavy on Mando this season too. So I from what everyone is saying and leaking, quote unquote, I think we're going to see a ton in Mando and a ton in Ahsoka. And everything else is just kind of filler. Which is sad, because Bad Batch, man, I was really looking forward to that after last season. So,
yeah, it was a good first season of Bad Batch, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was really good. The way they ended that was so perfect with just everything. I mean, it was just, they did so good. But we all know that Wookiee loves his animation. I love animation. Segue, have you guys watched any of Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur on Disney Plus?
Oh, they already released it?
Yeah, it's out.
Is it good?
Dude, it puts Saturday morning back in Saturday morning cartoons. That shit is dope. It is so good. It is everything that you wish and want out of a cartoon. It appeals to a younger audience. It's got decent action. It's remember growing up how like cartoons had a deeper meaning, and they had like a moral of the story and like a good solid basis to just being a better person, and this is how and why. It's got that. It has the learning process in it. It has it's got everything. They did a really good job with Devil Dinosaur and his characteristics, and almost funny, like a dog that you might have at home, and funny situations that he's in, but very characteristic. I'm just blown away. I can't even. I mean,
did they just drop one episode or what?
Oh no, there's like six or seven.
Oh, okay. So they dropped all of them, huh?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, dude. Okay. I watched National Treasure, and like a dumbass, I every Wednesday, like I tuned in, and I started telling my buddies, "Man, this is good stuff," right? Because it was getting good.
Yeah.
And then they screwed me at the end, dude.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "You got to be kidding, dude!" Like they literally stabbed a chick like with a sword right through her. Did you watch that, Solo?
I did.
Bro, what is up with that, dude? And they have a rag on her stomach. You're going to make it.
Yeah.
And she fucking made it, bro.
I know.
And I was like, hey, dude, like that cannot happen, dude. Like that sword was a fucking monster sword, and fucking jabbed it right in her. And then he took it out. Like she's going to be, so a little bit of blood came out of her mouth. And I was like, bro.
Right,
bro, there is no way that chick lives.
Yeah, no,
like, it must have
they didn't even pull the Rambo
organ, dude, in her body.
Yeah,
like,
they
she
didn't
wouldn't be able to shit right, dude.
You got to pull the Rambo. You got to do the Rambo where you bust open the bullet and dump the gunpowder in there and light it on fire. And
Hot Shot Remember Hot Shot Part 2 with the little thing on his face?
He's screaming. Ah!
Classic, dude.
Yeah,
Fucking
no,
classic.
and it was so good there for a little bit, and then boy, when it dove
Bro.
quick.
I
But
was
Devil
like,
Dinosaur, man, and Moon Girl, just it does not disappoint for me. It didn't, and it's super kid friendly, super. I just thought they really did a good job of representing not only art and art style, but urban and urban youth and some of the dilemmas a child might have, you know, it being, you know, New York area. They teased, you know, being, you know, don't send me to Jersey. Nobody wants to go to Jersey. It's just a really good cartoon all the way around.
Yeah.
Really entertaining.
I want
Brian.
to. Yeah.
Oh, hold on real quick. I got to show you this, Brian, because I don't think I showed you. So I know how you love homage covers, right? And we showed this on Nearing Nirvana's Long Story Short. So
I saw that.
Bip to the future, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome, bro.
Bro.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Bip to the future.
Yeah. What is that? Is that how is that? Was that a ratio or what was that?
Yeah, it was a subcover.
Okay. All right. Well, dude, you know what's interesting is this brings up a great segue. I've had a lot of people reach out to me lately about the variant game and everything that's going on, right? And it's just it's a big topic behind the scenes and about how it's dying, it's slowly dying, or it's not slowly dying, it's been slowly dying. It's almost dead. A lot of people continuing to feel that Whatnot is just killing it with their Exiled 50 freaking covers for Exiled, and there's only one of them that's any good. You know, it's
Whatnot's
just
still around.
Yeah, right. Exactly. They're still around, and they are putting out lots and lots of bad variants, unfortunately. But that being said, every once in a while you get a couple of good ones, right? And I got to give a quick shout out to one of our, community members, OG, and I hope he's watching that, so maybe he can give us a little bit of information on this. But if you remember, our boy Eric Hurd put out I think it was his first variant a couple of months ago, and Wookie, you might have seen this, for the Last Ronin, the Lost Years #1. He did his Michelangelo baby variant, right? Which shout out
that's
to,
pretty cool.
Yeah, it
With
is.
negative space.
Yeah, and Eric is
super dope.
Yeah, Eric is awesome. I love Eric, and supposedly this was limited to 777 copies. Well, it looks like he's gonna do all 4. This one just got announced.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I apologize you aren't seeing all the blue because I have a blue screen filter going. But yeah, so that is it's all blue, and you guys just aren't seeing it. But that's the Last Ronin Lost Years #2, the baby variant, and he's gonna do all 4, which is awesome. So I'm super happy for Eric for getting to do this. But a couple questions. First question: comic book news and speculation. Comicbooknews.org. Is this new? Does anybody know what this is? Am I just way out of the game that I haven't known about this? I haven't been on a Facebook page last time I logged into Facebook was a millennia. Well, it's today, but before then, a millennia ago. And there's this new page that I saw. Does anybody know about that? There's Eric Hurd. Shout out to our boy Eric. This is some new page that I saw, comicbooknews.org. Comicbooknews.org.
I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of it either. CBNS. Matt Page, founder and CEO. I don't know who that is. Are they?
Shout out Matt Page.
Well, I don't know who he is first. So it says here,
right.
CBNS has been around for over 4 years and continues to grow. Previously, just a blog where we were limited to one space in reaching comic book collectors, which led us to this idea to start a community. We accomplished this by creating a Facebook group. This group quickly became a widely known and successful. From there, we launched our paid subscription group, limited to only 250 people. It sounds like they have decided to take a look at CBSI's long-running game playbook, and they're going to try and do it better than CBSI, which unfortunately isn't that hard these days because CBSI hasn't changed one iota since it was started. So here's another comic book speculation page. Another instead of CBSI, it's CBNS. Eric, do you know much about these guys? I would love to hear about this page. I don't know much about it, but that's a little segue into I guess talking about those great exclusives by our boy Eric, which is awesome. They have a couple of them, but here's what I want to talk about. The reason why I want to talk about these. They're not homages, you guys. See, it's not hard to come up with a variant that is not. It doesn't have to always be an homage.
That is a cool fucking book.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are badass.
I
Big
agree,
shout out
Justin.
to Eric.
More the merrier. Yeah. Shout out to more the
Freaking
merrier.
brilliant, dude.
Yeah. Eric says CBNS has been around 4 or 5 years, I believe. Interesting. I must be. I don't know if they've changed their name or something, or I've just been in the not noticing. But man, Eric is a perfect example right here of you don't always have to do an homage to sell a variant. I had a great conversation today with one of our friends of the channel, Anthony at Bird City Comics, and they one thing about Bird City Comics is they're very good at doing it better, I guess is the best way to say it, right? Like they didn't create the idea of the homage, but if they're going to do it, they're going to do it good, if not better, right? Here's a couple of them that you're seeing right now. The Nintendo Power one. Great job on the Nintendo Power one. Both issue 1 and 2. This is the homage to issue number 2 of Nintendo Power, the Castlevania one. I think it's great. I thought the Ice Cream Man Nintendo Power one was great. The look of it was everything. This right here is just awesome. Shout out to Mike Morello for that art idea and coming up with the idea to make that variant, the Archie 50 variant. But one of the things that Anthony said is that it does get kind of taxing, always having to, think of, a way to not do the homages all the time, right? The homages have become such a mainstay in how people make money in the variant game that it's literally causing them not to think of any other ideas, right? Mm-hmm. Retailers don't even hey, let's do a variant for this book. Okay, what are we going to homage? Instead of going, man, what's a great artist to come up with a really cool cover? So, I would love to hear from more retailers out there. We're going to start scheduling a lot of big name retailers and big names in the industry. I'm going to reach out to Sean at Comics Elite. You guys know we have Jesse on the channel all the time. Dennis from Wonderworld Comics. Anthony and from Bird City Hive Comics. Talk to Drew all the time. I really want to start talking to a lot of the other retailers that are doing the variant game, because we know not all retailers are in this variant game. A lot of them, just sell comic books. They sell new issues. They sell back issues. They could care less about homaging a cover every 3 months. That being said, I want to know if you are in that game, is that the same sentiment? Like, okay, what are we going to homage now? And every homage I feel like has been done. You're just copying somebody.
What Eric did with those Turtles books, That's what we've been missing in the comic community: creativity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
even though
I hadn't seen those covers. You just showed those covers. Like I want that first one slabbed in a 9/8. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a badass. The only thing is missing, like a word bubble going pizza.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can get. Hey, Eric, if you have any extra copies, send one my way and do a little word bubble on there that says pizza for Hood, Solo Wookie, and I, because this is sold out, you guys. It is out of stock. So,
bro, that is a badass cover, bro.
This is
dude, they're awesome.
Hi Nathan says, who was the cover artist? Hi Nathan, the cover artist was Eric Hurd. Right here.
Eric Hurd.
Yeah.
I actually have an Eric Hurd original that is my screen on my second screen on my computer. He did a Wookiee vision for me, and that's literally what's there. If I ever started a channel, I need to get shirts made and sell them, but it's Wookiee vision. He did all the graphics. $15.99 a year. Solo Wookiee Company. He knocked it out of the park, and he came up with it, like a year and a half, 2 years ago when we were doing Dark Side, and sent that over because it was kind of a joke on one of the MCM shows. Kyle and I were beating up on Marco, and it became kind of a big joke of Wookiee vision, and he sent that over in like 10 minutes, and it's awesome. It's one of the coolest things. I love Eric's artwork, all the stuff. If you're not following him on IG, go check out his IG as well.
If you could make a stuffed animal that looked just like that, he would sell the shit out of them, dude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I know Dennis Dennis says I'll come on to talk about my pivot away from comics, LOL. I know Dennis is opening another store in the Mall of Monroe out there. He's opening up a records, toys, and manga store. Anime store. So good luck on that. The only problem with that is all these malls are dying, man, and that's another sad part. Like, I watched this thing called Retail Archaeology on YouTube, and this guy just goes around the country into all these dead and dying malls, and it is rough out there to own a brick and mortar store of any kind, you know. So I really hope that it works out for Dennis. Make sure you guys go check it out. I think it's the Mall of Monroe. So go check out his new store that he's going to be opening soon. So you always got to learn how to
says you can find the Michelangelos on Mutant Beaver.
There you go. So if you guys want to pick one up, support our boy Eric Hurd and get yourself some of the Michelangelos. Very, very, very cool.
And these are for the Last Ronin, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the Lost Years, the new
Lost
number
Years.
one Lost Years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
nice.
And there's also the talk about they are going to do the Last Ronin 2, right?
Yeah.
So,
talk. I haven't heard any. Have you guys heard any solid confirmations yet?
No.
Or? I've only heard rumor.
I'm just glad that they're not doing it all in the huge magazine size. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now the Lost Years are actually a decent regular size. They're not the magazine fucking 19, crazy size.
Yeah. All right, let's get into our drama segment of the week. We got some interesting drama talk.
Drama.
I was just watching Thorough earlier.
Well, that's where we're going to go first. I want to talk about it because I don't know about this yet. I was waiting to talk to Hood about it. Supposedly, our boy Clayton Crane, the wizard himself,
the magician,
is back in the news, and he is his nemesis, Black Flag Comics, is putting him on Front Street, from what I've heard. Is that what's going on? He's letting everybody know what happened, or what's the word?
I caught a little bit of Thorough show, and evidently the I don't know if it was him or Crane that posted all these text messages like, "You stay away from my wife," and like, I'm gonna.
It was him.
It was Black
Oh,
Flag.
it was him.
It was Black Flag.
I tried to find him. I couldn't find him. So if anybody has a link to him out there, hit me up. Let me know. Send me a
It was
message
all
on
over
IG.
Facebook. Is what Thorough said.
www.dumbass.com.
Yeah.
Just like let it go, dude. Just drop it and walk away.
So what I did see was evidently Crane put out like a Garbage Pails cover.
Yep.
And he had the acetate cover on the wall, and then I guess bleeding stool instead of bleeding cool. So, like, I don't know, man. It's just I think this shit is gonna end up bad.
Yeah. I mean, this is just ridiculous drama that, like, dude, don't. I get it. I understand. Trust me, I went through a divorce and she cheated and she, all that stuff. And it hurts. And it mentally, it beats you down. You can't, when you're in that situation, you just want to feel vindicated so badly. You have this uncontrollable desire to just feel vindicated. And that's what he's trying to do. And in the end, you're not going to win. No matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, no matter what avenue you think, oh, well, I'm going to trash your name because I'm going to tell everyone that you took my wife and blah, blah, blah. Bro, in a year and a half, focus on yourself for the next year. And in a year and a half, you will, I promise, you're going to write a letter to Clayton Crane and say, you know what?
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You can have her. If that bitch wants to be with you instead of me after all I tried to do for her, just focus on yourself for the next year. Black Flag, try and get your stuff together and back in line, and in a year you will thank that guy. You'll be like, you know what, bro, compared to my new lady that I have, because I took the time to focus on me and make me better, you can keep her. She is all yours, bro. Thanks for taking that out, getting that out of my life, because I wanted to be something bigger and better. And he's not. He's just looking for vindication. It won't ever come, and it will end up destroying himself.
I'm surprised.
It's hard to let go, but you got to let go.
Well, I'm surprised that it's taken this long for him to start dropping those messages, Like, I figured it was going to happen much sooner, but nope. He's putting it all on Front Street, that's for sure. Which is
and it's just gonna cost him, man. And unfortunately, nothing's gonna come out where Clayton Crane looks good. But as long as Clayton Crane does what he does and he just keeps his mouth shut and he just sits there and goes, yeah, okay, whatever, all right, cool, and he just plays that game, he's going to come out looking better, because he's not the one that's sitting there going, you know what I mean? Like, it's the guy's going to talk him own self into a corner, and just in the end, he's just going to end up hurting himself and nobody else.
Yeah. Which is,
and I hope he mentally stays strong enough to come out positive on the other end.
Dennis thinks that he damaged Crane pretty good, and that he can't do a live show without the heat. Well, I don't know, man. Clayton has done the exact thing that if anybody's ever in this situation, they need to do. Keep your mouth shut.
Yep.
Don't even talk about it. When somebody talks about it, don't even acknowledge it. That is the play. If you're the more popular entity, I'll be honest, like, here's the thing. I think what Dennis is trying to say is that, like, his reputation is hurt. I don't know, man. I think that money is way more important. Look at people like that dude Epic Nation, right? Him and Nick G got into it really big, and they had this big argument, and that dude Epic Nation looked so bad that if I was a retailer, I wouldn't even talk about thinking about teaming up with that dude. There's people I see all the time putting their stuff right on Front Street with that. So showing Epic Nation there. Shout out to Awesome Sauce Radio, who just dropped 99-cent super sticker. Appreciate you, Adam. You rock, brother. So like, at first I thought that, maybe that was the case, that like, people are going to hear about your reputation and the douchebaggery shit that you've done, and they're not going to want to work with you. Artists aren't going to want to work with you if you're a retailer. Retailers are not going to want to work with you if you're an artist. Unfortunately, you guys, I think greed is too strong.
Yeah.
It's too strong.
He's got a big enough name that as long as he keeps his mouth shut and just lays back, plays it cool, in a year, it won't even matter.
Yeah.
It won't matter at all.
Yeah.
Do you think
Clayton.
she said, "Hey, can you sign my book, Clayton?" And he just dropped his cock on the book?
I tell you what's hard to watch. It's hard to watch those old videos where they're all three in the house and they're doing those sales, and dude is behind the camera and it's his wife and Clayton Crane in front of the camera, and you can see them too, like,
oh yeah,
flirting with each other.
Oh, yeah.
It's so hard to watch, man. It's so hard to watch.
Is.
Man. But like I said, supposedly he put up all the messages out there. I can't seem to find them. I haven't been able to find them. Let's see here.
Yeah, it's sad. I feel for the guy. I mean, he's kind of making his own drama, which is too bad. But I've been there, and it's hard. I know that when you're in that emotional state like that, and with what's gone on, it's really hard to see clearly. So I will give him some leeway for that, but on the same note, I hope he has a good enough friend or group of friends that are saying, dude, just quit, man.
Yeah,
just
man.
stop and just take a break. Just sit back and chill a little bit and just take a break and regroup,
Yeah.
Go find Clayton's mom and go sleep with her, bro.
Yeah. Revenge sex.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Go romance his mom.
Yeah, you want to send him a good text, dude. I banged your mama.
Yeah. Hey, here's the pictures to prove it. I'm your dad now.
Who are you gonna
I
call
love you,
daddy
son.
now, Clayton?
I love you, son.
That was pretty good, dude. That was pretty good.
You can have my old lady. I got your mama.
Right. Yeah, that always works. When I get in an argument with somebody, I don't make it personal with them. I just talk about their mom. Like, I don't have a problem with you. I'm just talking about your mom. Tell her to stop calling me.
Remind me never to get in an argument or disagreement with Red Hood.
Yeah. That's funny, bro. That's funny.
That's hilarious. That's fucking awesome.
Right? Go sleep with his mom.
Yeah, man. If you're
Mrs. Crane, how are you? Man, you're so beautiful.
If you're that petty, there's something about being petty. Some people, they're just so petty that they got to do something, and that is the king of pettiness right there. That's for sure.
Man, what's up, Justin? I'm not being unsavory, man. Somebody called me unsavory and put it in the chat. Dude.
I saw that.
Son of a bitch.
I saw that.
I was like, who the fuck is
laughing.
this, dude? I bet you Dino did that shit on purpose, dude.
That shit was funny. Does Clayton Crane have a sister?
Yeah, right.
Right, you know, sister.
Next
She probably
story.
looks just like Clayton with a hood and shit like that. Welcome to the Brain Magic family.
Next drama story of the week. Decor. Shout out to Decor. Decor's probably in the chat. Decor dropping some heat on the Whatnot people. Puts out this post. And I love how he puts a disclaimer on there. He says, disclaimer, we are all big boys and girls. If you have a problem with me saying that I wouldn't trust these sellers or other sellers mentioned on other posts. Congratulations, you have an opinion other than mine. Good for you. No one gives a shit. Go cry to your favorite seller who you think is a friend. Let them make little hate little hate posts about me, and guess what? They are all still low life shits, and I am still an asshole who doesn't give a fuck. I love that little disclaimer, man. That's great. But anyways, he puts it on front and center that exclusive retailers from this Exiled book, and it says all the names of the retailers that are on there. And here you guys see Beachside Hobbies, Coffee and Capes, Comic Tom, Davis Rider, Epic Nation. There we go. So who's this? Johnny Desjardins. I like Johnny Desjardins. I think his art is great. I'm surprised that he's even working with this guy. Exchange Collectibles, Gem Mint Collectibles, Mellow for Prez. You keep going down and you see it's all the Whatnot Golden Circle crew, and basically Decor says in this, he asks a very interesting question. He says, "See, Whatnot can be extremely helpful when they want to be. They do all the work for you and make it a hit list of the exact people you should avoid doing anything with." Very simple question to ask and answer. Has anyone on this exclusive list ever shown or cared about anything other than making money off the comic community? And that is a very interesting question. Again, money is... Listen, there's the three most powerful drugs, in my opinion. Heroin, nostalgia, and money. There is nothing more powerful than those three. You think love is powerful? It doesn't give a shit. It doesn't even come close to those three. And the money gets involved, and people start changing the way that they act. It's a very interesting thing to watch. You can see it happening. You can smell it from a mile away. It smells like a stench of rotten eggs, dude. It's gross. And it's happening a lot. And again, it goes back to that whole thing with the homage variants and this and that. It's created this monster. Now, I know a lot of people like Hood said, Whatnot who? But Whatnot is still a big company, man. They are a big company, and now they're in the publishing game. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes, but it is what it is. What do you guys think?
Still owes me a couple of books, man.
Yeah. look at old school Jimmy Linguini. Jimmy Linguini says Wesley Snipes had his name on comics before. All of them are in the dollar bin.
Oh fuck, that's fucked up. That's true, but it's fucked up.
It is.
Like
true.
that's a good burn. That was well thought out, and
I don't know which movie was better, Drop Zone or Passenger 57.
Oh, 57.
Yeah.
Passenger 57?
Yeah. Then I got to go Passenger 57.
Yeah. Always bet on black.
Classic.
Always bet on black.
Always bet on black. Yeah.
That's a very big drug there, Jersey to the Bay. But those money symbols in it just show you that it's not as big as the money symbols. That's for sure. It's interesting. All right, here's the next thing that he put out. When you can't get your latest dumpster fire book to sell, well, then you just have your inside men pump and dump it. True definition of Whatnot market manipulation. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Still think Whatnot and the people who represent or influencers aren't market manipulators. Yeah, man. Yeah.
What I mean, isn't that kind of just I feel like I'm so torn right now. I'm glad that we're getting another publisher out there to try and do some different stuff.
But they're not doing different stuff. That's the problem.
However, I agree. However, if you're a publisher that is solely in the market and based on the market of selling, then there's a serious conflict of interest in that inherently involved. I mean, and if you're publishing your own stuff just for selling, again, there is a massive problem. You know what I mean? Like that's like making your own stocks to sell on the stock market.
Yes.
It's insider trading. So if people don't put that together, I don't feel bad for them. Like if you're a comic collector and you ain't figured out that that's inherently a bad situation,
You can
that's kind
smell
of
it all
you.
the way from here. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
here's the other thing. And this is a great point. It would be great if they were doing things different, right? To make the more, but they're not. Not only are they not doing things different, how many books have they released? What, like I think it's 3. Quested, Ninja Funk, and Exiled. Is that the 3? I think
for this year.
Total. So I want to seriously know, and I'm being honest here. I've read them all but Exiled so far. I want to know if anybody out there thinks that the stories are any good. I don't want you being nice. I want honest thought if you guys think the stories are good. And if they are, that's great. But you see the problem when there's 57 plus variants for each book. Right? 57, 200 variants, this and that.
Yeah.
That you're not helping I don't think you're helping the comic industry at this point. You're just making more people. You're making those homages and those other variants. You're making them less desirable. You're making them not cool anymore. It's rough. Oh, and alpha betas is the other one. So I really want to know if you guys think that the stories are any good, because I hate to say it, I don't. I was looking forward to Quested. Jack said that Quested, was very Legend of Zelda-ish, this and that, and I was excited when I first heard about it. I don't trust it anymore. It's been a slow road for me to go, man, I don't trust anything about this anymore. I love the app. I love it. I think the app is fucking great. I think it's a great idea. It's amazing. I think that the app is going to always grow. The community that's involved with the app, yeesh. The Whatnot Publishing Group, yeesh. That being said, it is what it is. Hood, you got a show tomorrow night, man. Before you go, let's talk about your show tomorrow night over on Red Hood Comic, at Red Hood Comic on YouTube. Who you got coming on, brother?
So right now it looks like Comic Doc and the Comic Book Presser. And one other comic book presser in the community.
You let me know, buddy. I'll come on there and tell you exactly how to fuck up a good book all day. Like people are like, "How do you press?" And it's like, well, if I want to do something, I get a bad book and I do as bad as I can on it, and then I slowly work my way to good. Like soak that sumbitch and then burn the fuck out of it. Well, okay, so don't do that when you're pressing it.
I do want to say something really. I want to give you some encouragement here, Hood. It's pretty amazing for your first show to have 334 views, bro.
Really?
Bro, that is awesome. That is great. And I don't want to talk down on anybody that has less, but a lot of major content creators that have been doing this a while sometimes can't even get anywhere close to that, man. So that means that people want to see what you're talking about. So continue to do it. I can't wait to see you grow, and I'm going to continue to plug your channel, and be sure to watch tomorrow night's show. I hope everybody else does. Learn about pressing, learn about your pressers. You're sending them these amazing books. You might as well know who they are and how they know to do what they do, and the type of people they are. That's where you do it.
I got something crazy in store for tomorrow night, so like it'll freak everybody out. So
Good.
Seriously though, hit me up. I'd love to come on and talk. I've got so many ideas for shows like that because I was thinking about making a channel talking about a lot of that stuff, and so I just started writing down ideas. I mean, bags. There's 10 different fucking thousand flavors of Mylars and Mylites, and why do you go with a Mylite 2 mil versus a 4 mil, or why do you go with a regular bag and board versus the fullbacks from Proline, or the halfbacks from Gerber, or you know what I mean? Like, there is days of content, and fuck, I'd love to get on that. Why do I use ghost paper on books? Why do I not use ghost paper on full page books? Why do I, there's a lot of shit there. I'd love to come on, totally talk with it.
Hell yeah, brother.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. All of y'all, man. Shit. Well, we'll talk kind of like about, where we see pressing in the future and what that looks like. And as it continues to evolve, like the card stock is different now, and how unique some of these pressing issues are. And I think of the Canto book and kind of solving the puzzle around that one. That one was a little unique. But there's always a way to press out a defect. If there's no color breaks, there's always a way.
Amen. Well, yeah, I'll be sending you some books here soon.
I'm going to send a small box full of ball bearings to Red Hood, those 1-inch ball
So there is so much misinformation out there, and hopefully that kind of like, and I wasn't going to say anything, but like, community member like reached out to me, and he messed up a book, and had to talk him off the ledge today. So I went on my lunch and I called him because he was pretty scared. And man, I wish I could like, hey, send me your book, let me see what I can do. And yeah, like it takes a lot of practice, and so before you start saying, hey, I can press your book, you better be fucking sure that you're not going to damage or ruin somebody's book. And it is like, it is heartbreaking, and I was just like, hang in there, bud, and he said, man, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And because he had some successes, and he was telling me that he got some great bumps, and, it was through word of mouth that he was able to get this one client. And oh boy. So, I encouraged him, and, I mean, all you can do is, if something like that happens, man, all you can do is just be open and honest, and say, hey, man, had a bad accident. I have no excuse. Let me tell me how I can make this right. But luckily, I've never like torn somebody's book, so.
Well, and that was also one of the topics I always wanted to talk about and brainstorm on, was an insurance. If you could start a company that insured books, not only for pressing and cleaning, but for mailing. So, a lot of us talk about when we're mailing books, why is there not either enough insurance to put on the book, or, there should be a company that could somehow build that or legitimize that, or even if it's only, hey, I need to pay for insurance for one-way mailway. Okay, so for 1 week, I cover this one book for $100,000. Just throwing a number out there, whatever. How is there not a company out there that, I don't know, just something.
Your best bet, if you're going to send books to like CGC, and you got to put them in fucking top loaders, man.
Mm-hmm.
Put them in top loaders. Like, why chance it? You put them in a top loader. I mean, those things withstand a lot of, like drops, or say you're USPS carrier doing an Ace Ventura on your box and shit like that, and top loaders will save your life, dude. Like, I've always used top loaders, man. Always.
Well,
I don't get them back, but hey, for peace of mind, $2.50 and peace of mind.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Like. Yep. Well, and to be able to have and carry an insurance, like a company insurance, if you're pressing and cleaning, I don't know of an LLC company, quote unquote, insurance that covers comic books, because there's no, anyway, it just things that have popped in my head. Like, why couldn't there be an insurance for that?
Well, one thing you can do is take a lot of videos, like unboxing, and just be like, this is the way your book is, right? Just showing you this is your book, and that's the best thing to do, before and afters and things like that, because then you're like, nah, that book was a 7 when I sent it to you. I'm like, no, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So always take pictures and videos, but that's a thing that, like, I always pack up, books, like if they were my books. Like when I'm going to send them to CGC, I pack the shit out of them. I bulletproof them bitches, Yeah. So, and if I need to overnight it, I'll fucking overnight it, and
that's
let me tell you, I've had submissions to me. I've had submissions to me that I'm just like, dude, it's a miracle. Like nothing happened to these books. And I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. You sent me these books like this.
That's
like,
what I was
fucking
just
serious, bro.
Yeah.
And like, I'll say it nicely, like, hey, bro, you next time you ship books, I would try this and try that. But like, I'm just like, bro, I could open your box with my finger, just barely even pulling the tape off, and just, like, bro, like, there's a lot of crazy people out there, man. If they see like an address that or a box, if you're shipping a box, you don't want to put eBay tape on there, bro. You know what I mean? Right? You're just asking someone to open your box. You want to like be as plain Jane, get some cover any kind of, like, some people send diamond boxes. So I go, bro, don't do that, man. Don't make anybody think that you're sending a collectible. Like, you got to cover that up. Like, it's
look at what
there,
happened
man.
to Black Flag Comics. He had some eBay tape on there, and Crane came and he opened that box and he was like, look, that's my box now, motherfucker.
You pulled them strips of eBay tape right off, bro.
Brazilian style. Don't ship that eBay tape on your box, man. It'll get Clayton craned all day,
bro. So yeah, and so there's just a lot of misinformation too on what people are doing, and I don't know if they're doing it on purpose so that people don't press their books properly, but I always give the best advice that I can. It's like I don't really feel comfortable because I need to be there with you and say, look, this is what I see. This is how the book should feel, right? This is like, immediately I can tell if moisture needs to be taken out of the book or needs to be added to the book, if heat needs to be used, what type of heat, how much heat, like, and get you to learn. And so if someone's barely learning how to press books, take as many notes as you can. Like, I had one guy reach out to me, hey, I got a great bump in this. And I go, okay, so what did you do? Did you write it down? Did you write down all the steps that you did to get that grade bump? Because I Rain Man that shit when I first started. Like, I wrote everything down. And nobody told me to do that. I just did it. Mm-hmm. And so I always and I would write down the books that I would press. So I would and I write down the issues and what I did to correct them. And so, like, I kind of had some references on, like, Silver Age and Golden Age and magazines and, you name it, documents. I've pressed documents before, marriage certificates and shit like that. So it's just learning. And I've done it for like 12 years already. So like, there's nothing I haven't seen. I've seen like throw up crust on a book, on the back of a book, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And like, it's just and I've heard so many nightmare stories too. From like, I'll get books from other presses. They press my book, and I'm just like, holy shit! Like, he almost pulled it off, but he didn't do this. You know what I mean? Or they've used too much heat and they've stuck the book together. Yeah. Like it's been like, and I'm like, God damn! I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, I've purposely melted a few just to find out what it would take.
And not
I've
much.
learned more. I've learned more from mistakes, and not only purposely doing mistakes, but accidentally doing mistakes than I ever learned from doing a book and getting it right.
Yeah, the smartest thing I ever did was just grab like 50-cent books, like a whole shitload of them in all different years, and just test out things. Yeah. What can be done, what can't be done. That's how I just
whole bins of coverless books in the book in your comic store. Where's your trash books? Because every comic store has a box that's just full of garbage books. They're more than happy to give them to you because they're garbage. They're just filler portion, no cover, coverless, just the cover. Fucking get that shit, man. Get it in practice.
You know what I hated? This shitty LCS that I used to have here. Like I would say, oh man, how much you want for that? It's fucked up or whatever. And he goes, $10, right? The minute he found out how good I was or whatever, he started like, and I go, hey bro, hey, what's the fair market value on that? And he goes, nah. I know you're gonna fix it and flip
25.
Yeah, and I'm like, come on, man, you're holding that shit against me. I go, when I started getting a little popularity on Flipside or whatever, like this one comic guy, comic shop, Comics Plus or whatever, they used to be over by the mall. I'd walk in and he goes, hello, Red Hood. I go, what the fuck, bro? You know what I mean? Like, we know who you are, Red Hood. And I'm just like, come on, dude. He goes, yeah, I know what you're going to do. You're going to take some books and throw it in our face. I go, no, I'm not. Like, if I see some rack of books and they got some pressable defects, I'm going to pick them up. I'm going to pick them up for cheap. That's a smart thing to do. Yeah. So like that's where it's like, man, almost wish that I hadn't gotten on YouTube or whatever. Cause man, I used to pick them clean. I was like, oh my God. Like, yeah, half off. The book's bent up. Oh, really? I'll take it.
Well, it's a shop owner. The fuck does he care? A sale's a sale. If he doesn't want to put the work into it, that's on him. They're not on you. Don't be a hater because he ain't got the time.
Luckily, the comic book shop dealers I've had to deal with have been a bunch of pussies, dude. Thank God they closed. Yeah,
I know why they closed and they're out of business because they're a fucking bunch of pussies. Like, I'd be calling Red Hood, like, hey, bro, I got a whole box of fucking bent shit that's really hot, man.
Well, I got I got thrown out of a shop, dude, because I was criticizing his wall books. And I go, hey, man, when are you going to put a key on the wall? And he goes, what do you mean? When am I going to put a key on the wall? And I go, well, like, none of these are keys. I mean, they're nice covers, but like it's not a key book. And he goes, I sell a lot of my wall books. And I go, well, like, I have a suspicion you're not going to sell any of those. That motherfucker would have the Lassie comic book and a Get Smart, that Get Smart. And for 3 years he would have those books on the wall. And I was like, can I ask you a question? And he goes, yeah, what's going on? And I go, why do you still have those books on the wall? I mean, like, ever since like I started coming in here, those same books are on the fucking wall. And he goes, you don't worry about that. And I was like, wow, I touched the nerve, dude. Would your mom buy those for you, bro? It's like, damn, sorry, dude. Like, and I'm just trying to look out for you. Like, you know, like if I want to sell something, I'm going to put something that people want to buy. Like, are you purposely, nobody's going to buy this, I'm going to put it on the wall. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna highlight it since nobody's buying it. I'm gonna hang it right here, wall space, because land development and wall space is cheap.
Hey, real quick before you leave, Hood. Hopefully I'm not putting somebody on Front Street right now. But did you hear about Half Price Crook?
No. Oh, I saw you got a Punisher book.
No. Half Price attorneys reached out to him and told him that he needs to change his logo because it's too close to the original Half Price Books logo.
Man, that's fucking awesome, dude. It's almost like Red Hood Comics coming after me, bro. And I go, I'm not Red Hood Comic. I'm Red Hood Comic.
It's not dun 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 dun. It's dun 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 dun.
Yeah, dude. Like, and I told him, like, you sell comic books. I press comic books. Let's merge, bro. Let's be one. You know. But luckily, we made friends in Baltimore, and he's a super cool guy. So
that's awesome.
Like I go, bro. There ain't no way in hell I'm gonna take any of your business. You got a lot of badass books, bro. I ain't even trying to like take your business, bro.
Oh man, that's great. Well,
I press, but now if you press books, you become my enemy, bro. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
and he just started laughing.
Crook
But Phil set me up. Phil set me up. Because we were walking the table.
Phil's a great setup, man. He is.
Man, he put me right in front of the booth too, and he goes, "Look, it's Red Hood. Red Hood, meet Red Hood." I go, "You motherfucker, Phil."
That's great. That's great. Well, speaking of Phil, I want to do a quick little check-in on our boys. In the past, we used to do a quick little check-in on Mighty Mel V on Saturday nights because he was doing his Whatnot sale. Well, no longer, you guys. Now the boys are doing their own sale on YouTube, and here we go live right now on How May We Help You Part 3, where they are selling books on YouTube.
We got some meat. Got some meat, baby.
So as you can see, he's selling. This is his Corey Ross book that he had done, which is nice.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
There's our boy Josh, just chilling like normal, selling a couple books. There you guys can see. And
looks like an evil mad scientist.
He does, and it's just claiming. You just basically are claiming books. So at some point here in the short future, I'm going to be doing this on Beyond Wednesdays. There's Ninth Wonder. I don't know if Phil is usually on this show. Is he not on it tonight? But as you can see, it's just a bunch of people selling books. So, well, there he is.
Oh, there he
Phil.
is.
Yeah, he's got his con wall set up.
Yeah, Phil brings the heat, bro.
So,
dude, I pressed a 181 for him, bro. Oh my God, Brian.
Yeah.
Oof.
What do you think it's going to come
see
back?
that baby. Oh my God, dude. It looks like 9092. It was an 80.
Wow.
But bro, man, it's oh my God, dude. It's beautiful.
That's crazy.
I think I'm gonna have to change my name and leave town.
So, but yeah, man, it's very interesting. You're seeing a lot of these people that used to, be on Whatnot, and they were doing I love that cover, doing Whatnot like crazy, and now here they are, doing it right, just selling on YouTube. No middleman, no nothing, right? You just do it yourself. So, this was always the play for me, was to try and figure out one place where we could do it all ourselves.
Yeah.
Not have to have anybody being the middleman. Shout out to Jesse James Comics, who really kind of taught me that and let me know how important it was. That customers are an important thing, and having that extra entity involved gives the opportunity to make those customers mad. You know, you would rather, hey, if my customer's mad, I want to know that it's something that I can change, right? And if your customer's mad at whatnot, there's nothing you can change about that, you know? So with this, hey, what can I do for you to help you? And that's what we're going to continue to do, and that's the name of their show. How may we help you? So, I told Mel once cool. I told Mel once I get all this software and content software down, that I would start doing the same. So figure out how to jump on their bandwagon and help them any way I can, which is very interesting. So, shout out to our boy Mighty Mel V and crew over there. So,
hey, what's up, Astro Wizard? Astro's in the house.
I love Astro Wizard. Astro Wizard put a really cool post on IG recently, talking about Star Wars Insider, and one of the best all-time Star Wars Insider covers he recently was gifted, because it has a story about graffiti in it, Star Wars graffiti. That cover being this right here. Look how beautiful that is, dude. What a beautiful cover. That's cool. That's one of just the most beautiful pieces of art right there. So I would love to have that as just a virgin cover, Or
hey,
some
Brian,
type of print.
have you seen that AI voice changer and shit? Bro, they took Joe Biden, dude, and like did all like he's cussing and shit. I'm like, damn, dude, that is crazy, man.
Yeah, dude, it's scary, man. It's very different. It's very different,
right?
Yeah.
They do McClay and shit, and then with Red Hood talking.
Yeah, let me bring Solo back on here. Yeah, dude, that shit's weird, dude. That shit's really crazy. So
there's a statue of that.
I know. I love
6 scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites right there. That's classic. I mean, Asajj. You can't turn down Asajj, man. That girl's money.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, if you could go to my IG real quick. I posted a before and after on this Punisher book. I had went on IG Live earlier in the week, and let me see the second picture right there with the Punisher. Yeah.
Is this something you were sent to press?
Yeah. I think that's Phil's. Right there. Take a look at that. See?
Ooh, it's rough.
Savages.
Ooh. Before. I can't wait to see the after. Ooh, wee.
Mama!
How many grade bumps do you think it got? How many point grade bumps?
Well, I think in the condition it was in, it was probably like a 2.5. This could be like a 3.5.
Nice.
But it's still a monster book.
Yeah. Full grade, and that's not bad, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not bad at all. Well, make sure you guys are following Hood on IG and now on YouTube.
Hey, look, there's that book I was telling you I pre-ordered right there in the middle.
This one. Oh, let's talk about this. You guys might not know about this, but the book that was a major part of the movie is available for sale on Amazon. Look out for The Little Guy by Scott Lang.
Right, it'll be his perspective of when he was like blipped away.
Yeah.
And then when he came back, and how he like helped out and with Cap and all that. So just the perspective of him being there, and I think it would be kind of wild, man. Yeah, dude, it's a thing, dude.
You can get it for $18, you guys.
You watch, this book will sell out. All the first prints will sell out, and this book will be people will want this book, dude.
Number 1 bestseller. Look at that, dude.
Dude, if you're a Marvel guy, I mean, you gotta have that book, bro.
Yeah, DT, you're right. Again, Marvel casting is amazing. That's amazing. Nikki
I would
Comics
have
says,
never thought, like, I can't see anybody else playing Scott Lang.
Brian,
you know?
your A-OK is at the post office. That's what it looks like on my end. I'll check it out, Nikki. Appreciate you. But by the way, you guys, so many people have hit me up and sent me A-OKs and stuff. I want to say thank you again to everybody that's done that. I know that I try to open them, every single one on the channel, and they've all been so amazing. And there's nothing cooler than receiving stuff from friends and cool gifts like that. You know, I'd never want you guys to think that I'm not just totally over the moon with stuff like that. So Nikki, I appreciate you immensely for that stuff. I can't wait to check it out.
People send me a ton of AOKs, but they always charge me for them. So.
Yeah. Mom is at home and doing good. I'm going to go check on them immediately following this show, which is going to be soon. I'm going to go. I have to run over there and drop off some medicine for him. So appreciate everybody.
You know,
on that,
God bless you, Brian. I mean, that's got to be fucking tough, dude. Like, my heart goes out to you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
I'm sorry you're having to deal with that.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully your parents are.
And thank God that you got them moved before all this happened. Can you imagine if they were still down over here and
3 hours
the
away.
other end? Yeah. Brutal.
Yeah. Now they're just 10 minutes down the road. It just goes to show you, and I'm glad you're still here, Hood, while I'm saying this, that it's so important to, surround yourself with people that you respect and like-minded individuals, and because in a second, less than a second, everything could change and be gone, and it's not worth spending any time in this life dealing with strife. Like, it's just not worth it when things like that happen. I want to fill my time with as much time spent around doing the things I love with the people that I love, and that's it. That's any bullshit, strife, this and that. I don't want to deal with it, and I try to stay as far away from it as possible. Do I like laughing at it? Fucking A, man. I love laughing at shit like that. But do I want to deal with it? No, and none of us should ever want to deal with it. And you keep your eye out, for situations where, like, the likelihood of dealing with strife is there, and you stay away from those things. Right? You put yourself around people that you trust and that you love and that are like-minded, or you meet new people that are like that way. But as soon as you start seeing those things that make you question, like, hey, is this person a good person or not? As I get older, I'm cutting ties and just making sure I'm around the people that I truly love, because of how quick everything can change. And it's not worth doing anything else, in my opinion. So that being said, that's why I love doing this.
Leave out the drama, because you don't want Red Hood tapping your mama. I mean, that just
Amen. So, all right. I want to go through.
Or your dad.
Yeah.
Or
I want to go through a couple social media things that I saw this week that I liked, that were pretty interesting. Starting off with this Star Wars toy that I wish was real. I'm surprised it's not. Check this out.
Oh,
what the fuck?
Shut up and take my money.
Wow, look at that, dude.
Shut up and take my money.
Deployable cargo bay.
Oh man, why do you guys not see? This is where Pulse, like, how do you not hire this guy? This guy should be running Pulse, and because Pulse has dropped the ball. How many times on the last? We got the Rancor with the.
This is out there. You can buy this.
We got the the Pulse. Why are you not hiring this guy right now?
Yeah, this is out there.
Look at that.
Oh man, that's cool as shit.
Nerf dart. Oh my god, that is badass.
Wow, dude. That I didn't know that they shot fired things like that and they walked on their own like that.
Oh.
Dude, that'd be awesome. It'd scare the shit out of my dog, dude.
Right?
It's fucking awesome, dude.
I have, some handhelds like a little TIE Fighter and a Millennium Falcon, and they shoot little foam discs, but they're on this little pistol grip, L, and then you can run around and shoot each other with them, and the discs fly great. I mean, little foam discs, but nothing like this. I mean, that's full action. That's movie reenactment right there. That's what we wanted when we were kids. Like, that's real deal.
Dennis says they wanted $200 for these and no one bought them and they hit clearance. Oh, man. I wish I would have been in the clearance aisle when these were there. That's fucking awesome.
That's cool.
Right? That is one of the cooler Star Wars toys I've seen in a long time, man. And I didn't know about that one. That's for sure. All right, this is another thing. Shout out to fucking Rad on IG, who one of the few people that actually did a Whatnot Publishing variant that I own is from fucking Rad, and he put out this post of a book that I've never seen.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Where do you get that?
Action figure version. I've never seen this. So
I've never seen that.
Where do you get that? Target?
Yeah. Ghostbusters Get Real 3 retailer exclusive variant. Ghostbusters Get Real 3.
Wow.
So there's a new book for your
114.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for that one. That's a pretty cool one that I've never seen. That looks amazing. All right.
Stay puffed.
Yeah. Shout out to Cover Price, who does a great FOC thing with another IG creator, Lefteros Comics. I love their post about FOC. I keep an eye on them whenever I don't have time to really look at FOC stuff. So this is FOC Selections week of February 19th. These are a couple of the ones that he picked. No One #1, Kyle Higgins book, with a first appearance of a character called No One. This is Carnage #11. Will reveal what happened to Cletus after rejecting the Carnage symbiote. This is one of the Timeless variant villains by Alex Ross. This is Doctor Strange #1, Dormammu. And Darth Vader #32, the Pepe Larraz variant, which is absolutely awesome. So be on the lookout for a couple of those FOC things. The regular FOC segment will be back next week. With everything going on with the peeps, I haven't really had much time to do my regular FOC digging. This is really cool. I want to shout out another great artist in John Zhang, and he's got a Topps card.
Oh, wow. That looks cool as shit.
Right? So John Zhang Art says, hey, look at that. My art made it onto a Marvel Topps card. It's pretty sweet. So I don't know what this is going to be part of, but we're going to have to keep our eye out for these cards.
Yeah, is that going to be a full new release of Topps card?
I guess it's already out. It's in a digital card collecting game.
Oh, wow.
Wow. They need to make that not digital. That needs to be physical. So, yeah. Pretty cool, right? Pretty dope.
Damn, that's badass.
Yeah. So, I like John Zhang. He's one of the good guys. This is some very cool art that I saw recently. This is pretty interesting. Death art. And they always kill Kenny. So I thought that was pretty cool.
You bastard! That's hilarious. That skull. You bastard.
Yeah, super dope. All right, hold on here. Never knew about this book. Another fucking rad post. I've never seen this book, and it's badass. This is Dynamic Forces Uncanny X-Men number 381. Have you ever seen that, Hood?
No, man.
That's badass, dude. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wonder what Topps trading cards are coming in
Exactly. So
And did they just have the one, or was it like the X-Force number 1 that had all the different ones? Like you could get a Deadpool, or you could get a whatever.
Great question.
Switched it up.
That's the great thing about our hobby. It never fucking ends
Nope.
because, like with cards, there's checklists and things like that. So they're out there. Like with comics, man, it's like endless. Like I'm on the hunt for every kind of Campbell cover or whatever, and then somebody always posts like a Campbell cover I haven't seen. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Feel like emailing J. Scott Campbell, hey bro, quit drawing for about a couple of days, dude, so I can catch up, bro. Like, dude, cut it out.
Well, I love that you're saying that, because I saw another cover that I've never seen this week that is absolutely, I've probably seen, if I've seen it, I don't remember it, but it is absolutely gorgeous. Shout out Batcave Comics, who posted this. Look at this Spider-Geddon number 4. That cover is amazing.
Dude, that's wicked, man.
That cover is so damn good. It's the second printing for Spider-Geddon number 4. First cameo of Spider-Cop, and that is one of the best covers.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. That's a good pick.
I've never seen it.
God, man, that is so good. And again, like you said, Hood, basically that's why comics and collecting is so great, because there's always something new for you to see, right? There's always something new for you to collect, which is awesome.
I still find turtle books and shit that I've never seen, and I've looked and looked and looked, and every now and then I'll still have a off-kilter TMNT book or a crossover or something that comes up. I'm like, why no?
Yeah. Awesome Sauce Radio. The book was Spider-Geddon number 4, second printing, and it was a cover of the Superior Spider-Man Doc Ock version, and he was standing, and above him was Ben Reilly Spider-Man being held by the arms of the Ock's arms. It's just badass looking. This next book, shout out to all the international comic collectors out there. You guys know I love a couple of accounts on IG that talk about manga comic firsts. How about this one? This is Comic Bomb 1991 Summer Extra Issue. One of the most iconic video game characters of all time, Mega Man, makes his manga debut in the special summer issue of Comic Bomb. Known in Japan as Rockman, the original games in this series are still highly regarded by gamers of all kinds. In 1992, an ongoing series would begin in the monthly edition of Comic Bomb. So, pretty damn cool, right? There's the interior.
That's crazy. Oh, look at
that. There he is.
That's awesome. This is Key Manga Vault. I follow Key Manga Vault. There's also Key Manga Issue Collector out there that I love. 2 great accounts that just great information. Shout out to International Comics Josh, who found my first appearance of Kinnikuman, or the Muscle Men in yeah. So
I saw that. That was awesome.
Oh, dude,
that was awesome.
I was so stoked. I was so stoked about that, man. I was just so happy. Another amazing cover that I know I've seen, but I just want to talk about again. This Jenny Frison classic, Vampirella, number 1. The moon in the background, the bats, Frison. Oh, man.
Mama!
Yeah.
I could draw this, but I have a real hard time drawing clothing and making it look real.
Yeah.
And I gave up.
Yeah.
I was like, too hard.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Shout out to our boy Art by Fitz. We're getting into our IG art and comic art spotlight. Art by Fitz put this out. I thought it was awesome. Everybody's talking about those red boot shoes. And Art by Fitz says, "Are you all ready for the most likely shoe of the year?" And he did this cool little, sketch of the meme of what are those? And his character there, Art by Fitz, doing great stuff. Make sure you guys are following Art by Fitz. So good.
That's great.
Yeah. Some more great artists stuff. This is Ariel Olivetti. Ariel Olivetti, I think I'm saying his name right. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Beautiful Thanos art that he's doing. Says here it's in Spanish, so I don't know how to say it. I think it's Spain.
Thanos.
Yeah. But look how beautiful that is.
Thanos.
Los Thanos.
Man. That is fucking beautiful. Great stuff.
Covering.
All right. Look at this right here, you guys. Stephen Platt sketch. Stephen Platt. I am sorry for talking trash about your art. A few weeks ago on OTR, or maybe it was Modern Comic Mayhem, I talked about how I thought Stephen Platt art was garbage back in the day. Holy shit, is this good? This doesn't look like Platt art right here.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Dude, he's starting to do sketches again.
Oh,
wow.
Look how good that is, dude. So
there was a time in the early 90s where, there was a little rivalry with Stephen Platt and Todd McFarlane.
Yep,
and
because they called Platt the next McFarlane.
Oh, man. And his stuff was, when you started saying who's better or whatever, of course, you're going to have people take sides, and that's what really drove up his Moon Knight books. And then he just, he pulled the what is it? He disappeared. It's just like, where the fuck did he go? You know, and then.
Yep, you're 100% right.
He drew this for Brian. He was sitting there and he's like, "I'll fucking show that McFly fucking can't draw bullshit. Wow, I'll show you. Watch this shit."
So
who wouldn't like
good.
that cover? Can you imagine that colored man?
I wouldn't want this colored. Keep
no,
it the way
but I'm
it is.
saying if it was on the comic book shelves or whatever, you would pick that up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, gorgeous. All right, check this out. This is from CAS Grading, which I love their site. This is a Peter X-ray boba with lithograph and 3D glasses, limited 15 of 25. Delicious again, Peter X-ray Boba Fett, limited to 25.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
Who made this?
It goes by Delicious Again, Peter. It's a custom figure. Yeah.
That is fucking crazy, dude.
So good, dude. So I love that. Check out this right here. This is awesome. I don't know who the artist is. I can't say it. Andrea Hasu. And great pipe smoking toad. I love it. He's always got his own. He can get high off his own supply because his own supply never ends.
The original Yoda in the comics had that motherfucker with a pipe.
Yeah,
like that Empire Strikes Back book.
Yep. Yeah. But he can always load that just by touching it to his back, and I love how the smoke's a dragon.
It's not easy being green.
Yeah. So check out this artist. Andrea Hasu.
That's actually
beautiful.
an art piece.
This is one of my favorite all-time artists, Jeremy Geddes, and he goes by Jeremy is Painting on IG, and I pick up his stuff all the time, and this is just beautiful. It's a picture of a Russian, I think this is the Russian version of the space shuttle, stuck in a Philadelphia experiment type thing where it just molds, just like melts into the building. It's badass.
That's dope.
Yeah, Jeremy Geddes is one of my favorite all-time artists. If you guys don't know his art, you guys might recognize his stuff from my old or from my avatars that I use. He does a lot of cool spaceman stuff, and this is just beautiful stuff, dude. Like really, really cool.
Hey, I gotta bounce, guys. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Thanks, Hood. Appreciate you, brother. We'll see you next time tomorrow
Good to
night.
see you, bro.
Make sure
Love
everybody
you guys.
check in on Hood's show tomorrow night. We'll see you then, brother.
Yeah, we're gonna try and make it at about 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, or 7 Central, or 8 Eastern, somewhere around there. I'll post it.
Sounds good, brother.
All right, guys.
All
I
right,
love
love you,
y'all.
bro.
See you, bro.
Love you, Brian. You
All right,
take
love you
care,
too, brother. We'll see
Tell
you
your
soon.
mom and dad get better soon. I love
Will
you
do.
guys.
All right, you too, bro.
See you, bro.
All right, next. All right, so check out this piece of art from Beautiful Bizarre Magazine. This is a sculptor, HXANDT, and that is just gorgeous. It is,
How the fuck did he make that?
yeah. I don't know if it's metal or 3D. It looks like it's metal because it looks heavy.
Yeah, it looks like he poured aluminum in there and buffed
it does.
it
It says, though many of his works trigger the urge to obtain and possess them, they are often masterful, immaterial renditions of fantasy, whereas others that seem to be confined into a digital space are in reality monstrous entities of stone and metal.
That's got to be like a poured into a mold of aluminum that he buffed out. Dude, that thing is bad as shit.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Dude, I'd have that in my house all day long.
Yeah. I love this right here. Art Never Sleeps is the IG channel. People posting pictures with sculptures. And this cracks me up right here.
That's fucking awesome. It took me a second to figure it out. Like, what the hell is she doing? And then you look at that. That is awesome.
Look at this one.
Oh, dude.
Offering the thing a cigarette. He's like, no, I'm good.
Oh, that's great. Oh, man, look at that. I love shit like this, dude. That's so good.
That one's great right there.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Of course, the famous Thinking Man piece. It looks like he's on the shitter and Robin Williams giving him some teepee.
Yeah,
This is an amazingly beautiful piece of art. It's called The Bone Dance. It's created with Midjourney AI, but it is gorgeous, and it's a bunch of skeletons dancing around a grave in the full moon night. Just beautiful. One of the good things about AI art is just this type of stuff. I mean, it's a fine line to walk.
I love that people with a lesser artistic ability, but of good vocabulary or imagination, have the ability to be able to put something out like this. You know,
Yeah.
It's amazing that they can now do stuff like that, and we're starting to see just amazing, imagery from people's imagination.
Yeah. This is I got some great tattoo art, you guys. This is gorgeous. Monster Crawling is the name of the IG channel, and it's like a little baby fairy. It is just a beautiful, dude. Tattoo art is just so amazing these days. It looks like tattoo artists have gotten so good that it looks like they're just straight printers. You know what I mean? Like they're just
Dude, like it's a sticker. I mean, it just is amazing how good it is.
Like that's beyond amazing.
The artistry has just evolved to, I mean, absolute next level.
This is Bolo Art Tattoo, realistic.inc.
That's some really
Joker
good
and Harley, black and white.
Black and white shading.
Hold on. This is another one. This is amazing. Monster crawling. The same people monster crawling. Look at this. Uncle Scrooge.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen this one. That's just.
Dude, you think that's watch this. Look at this.
Next level.
Look at this. He actually printed a picture to show how good they actually are. It's Pikachu.
The tattoo looks better than the fucking printer.
Yeah, than the printed piece. Yeah.
Look at that.
This is gorgeous right here. Big eyeball with a sparkler. It says "Till Death." Just amazing. Big, huge leg piece. So damn good.
Blows me away.
Yeah. This tiger or leopard right here drinking water is amazing.
God, they have just gotten so fucking good.
Dude, look at this.
Wow.
Yeah. The snake.
What blows me away is how quick. I mean, you look at and think about someone like Sailor Jerry who did, traditional tattooing for years, and yeah, he was next level in traditional tattoos, but I mean,
this is so far away ahead
the
of
new
traditional,
artists,
yeah.
And they're picking it up and doing it like 3-4 years in. And they're not even, how fast they're learning and evolving in that skill is mind-blowing to me.
This is some art from Pete Breakers, at Pete Breakers on IG, skull art. I love skull art. Love it. Here's another badass tattoo of Lane Staley. Just fucking amazing.
Peace.
Yeah.
Best ever. I love Lane Staley.
Yeah. So underrated.
He was great in concert too.
So this we pulled up the other night. This is Brian Haberlin's watercolor of Joker. That is some of the best art I've ever seen.
That is a serious Joker piece. Like that's real deal. It's not any one of them, but it's kind of resembles all of them, which tripped me out. When I first saw it the other night when you showed it, it kind of blew me away because it's got just a little reminiscent of everybody who's played the Joker in there.
Yeah. I gave Ken Lashley some a little bit of hate, not necessarily hate, but a little bit of shade on his. I think he did a Thanos piece for Davis Ryder and another and somebody else for an exclusive, and it was just not good. It was probably probably the worst Thanos I've ever seen in my life. And the sad part about that is Ken Lashley is one of my favorite artists of all time. So, like when I see this, which is absolutely amazing, this is Carnage 2099 by Ken Lashley. I had to show it. Look how beautiful this is.
Yeah, that detail is amazing in there. He's got some parts on the body that are a little wonky, but they fit because they're kind of supposed to be wonky.
Yeah, this part
like
right
that
here.
thigh. Yeah, but it's supposed to be. It feels natural.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, he needed
the detail is.
It's good. It's good. This is some amazing art by William III, animated AI art. Just beautiful. Love how the tapes are flying around like that.
Is that what they call those?
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny you say that, dude. One of my favorite things about being on Flipside was the art that I could use when in all the art that I was creating. To be able to use the cassette tape was so cool because I just love the cassette tape. I love how it looks. I love the nostalgia of it. I love that you can use it in so many different things and it's easy to make cool art with it. And dude, I used to love making the art and the intros and stuff for Flipside, and people would give me so much shit because they're like, why are you talking about tapes when you guys are a comic book thing? Like, what? It's like, dude. So I love cassette tapes.
You're not an 80s kid, dude.
Yeah.
Look at this. I have a actually a cassette fixer. If you wanted to record over it,
Yeah.
I have a machine to do that right here.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. This is another from CAS grading, the 96 McFarlane Toys Max with the black and white Izzes.
Have you? When was the last time you saw this figure? I have not seen.
I've never
Max
seen one.
or Izzes.
Yeah.
In years, I think
Yeah.
it's been since '92 or '93 since I saw anything like this.
This
And
is
I
96.
love that book.
Yeah. Look at how beautiful that character is with the feathers, the Indian feathers on there. It's so good.
That's amazing. 880. What do you get in 80?
AFA 80, yeah. Loose. But it's just beautiful.
That is awesome.
Right? Speaking of tattoos, how about this? A piece of human skin with a tattoo on it, framed.
Am I would own this. Am I a sick human being?
I don't think so.
Totally
I think it's a
own
little.
something.
I think it's a little creepy, but I think that it's a little cool too.
At one point, I have friends that are very well covered in tattoos. Like they have a full suit. And at one time we had talked about, I mean, hey, just skin my back and make a lampshade and just have, if I die before you, you go ahead and skin me. I give you full permission. Make a lampshade, just have me hanging out. I paid enough for the damn tattoo. Enjoy it.
Yeah. Here's another tattoo. Beautiful Bruce Lee tattoo. Like, look how good that dragon looks. Oh my God, dude.
Look at how real he looks.
That dragon is just good by itself. And then you put on that amazing Bruce Lee. 14 hours. Stephen Butcher tattoos.
How do you even bang that out in 14 hours? Like that's to me, that's a 48-hour tattoo. Like that's breathtaking. I just am blown away. They are so incredibly talented.
Yeah. This is a cool statue piece. It's called Robot Baby Sister by Sohai Hey at Sohai_Hey. It's awesome, dude.
Did they 3D print it?
No, I don't think so. It's a ZBrush. Yeah, 3D printed. Yeah.
Okay.
3D printed. You're right.
Dude, they're getting so good with 3D printers. I'm starting to have a harder time telling what they do and don't print 3D because they're just the new printers are just out of this world.
All right, this is amazing. Witchy Portal is where this came from, and it's an old school painting or sculpture of death blowing bubbles.
Looks like plaster.
It is, yeah, plaster. It's
Yeah,
on the
full plaster
it's the
paint.
ceiling of the Holy Grave Chapel in Germany, and it's a skeleton. Like, I don't know if he's blowing bubbles or what he's doing, but it's really cool.
I could have crap like that all over my house. I would have no problem with that. I would love a house with stuff like that all over it.
Yeah. All right. This is amazing. Shout out to Gator Guard Comics. I love Gator Guard Comics. They are amazing. They've sent me out some product to showcase, and I have my Jesse James 1 of 1 comic in my Gator Guard, and this is amazing. This is a Gator Guard comic with the neon green screws, and it's got the amazing Constructicon cover comic book in it, and the Constructicons at the bottom. It just looks so good.
That is cool.
Yeah, Gator Guard Comics.
I'm also biased because that's my favorite color palette is the purples and the greens
Same
together
with me,
like that
yeah.
with some black hues.
Yeah.
That cover is breathtaking.
Yeah, I'm if you guys haven't noticed, I steal from like 2 color palettes, blue and pinks and purple and greens. So I agree with you, Solo. But Gator Guard Comics, if you guys don't know about the Gator Guard, go check it out. It's like a top loader for comics. I love this. He's got his Sensational Spider-Man Kansas City Chiefs Collector's Edition in one. But very, very cool Gator guards. An amazing product. Worth getting and worth checking out. They're very tough and robust, and they look so good with comics in them. And I love how their screws
Do
are
you know how
different
they
colors.
hang? Is there like a peg in the back, or is there?
I don't know if there's anything. I think
we
you can
don't know.
put something on the back. I think it comes with something you can put on the back. But yeah, man, it's just.
I got
so
that
good.
that Spawn from International in Japanese.
And just look how good those look, dude, with the different colored screws.
That's so cool.
Yeah, Gator Guard Comics.
I love them.
Yeah, look at that, dude. Holy cow. Gator Guard Comics, make sure you guys go check them out. Great, great product. Hold on here. Get back to where I was. All right. Look at this, dude.
Do you ever look at all this and you just think, God, why am I so... I don't want to say I'm lazy, but you ever feel like you're just not up to snuff? Like, God, how come I don't do some of this? Why don't I make a casting out of clay and then pour a mold and then go collect aluminum cans and make a death and polish it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever feel like lazy or...
I don't feel
you're
lazy,
just
but
not cutting the
I
mustard?
love when I see it. I love to show it to other people. Like when something's that good, like this little bong here, I will just want to show it to people. It's just so good.
Oh, look at that skull in there.
Yeah, just so good, man. Look at this tattoo right here, bro, of a samurai. 20 hours. Yeah,
that's amazing.
I got more. Hold on here. We talked about Andy Dusso comic art a few weeks ago. This is a new sketch cover he did of Miles Morales on a skateboard. That's awesome. He had one where it was Miles smoking a bong that I loved. That's a good one right there. Check. I've never seen this. You ever seen this? Mel put this on his thing. I guess he was selling it. Tommy, and it's like a Misfits style cover. I've never seen this, so I'm going to have to find this from Creature Comics. It's Tommy #1, the variant, so I'm on the lookout for that one.
I've never seen that, but I like it.
This is some beautiful art by Danny Berrigan.
I saw someone do a Mr. Smithers in 4 different medias the other day on Instagram that this reminds me of. It's
So
super
good.
cool.
Yeah, so good, man. Just like
one picture, but each corner was a different media.
All right. Look at this, dude. Infinite visuals.
Oh my god.
I drew all these birds, and if you follow the birds, you can keep going and going, and eventually get to a little island where you would find a little doggy emperor, and look at all the detail that you can get there. Now, the thing that you might not know is if you went another direction, you would have found another world, and within this world, in the sewers, you'd see a little club for insects, and behind the bouncer, you'd see some viruses, and if you looked into the virus, you'd see a tiny little atom, and if you looked into that atom, you would see a universe, and within that universe, there's this solar system, and one of the planets on the solar system has a bridge that has a traffic jam, that has an alien that is smoking a cigarette, that has these little fire people on the cigarette. And if you like art, I also teach on schoolism.com.
How cool was that?
The other day I was...
Love it. All right, this is one
that
of the...
4-way window pane 30 years ago is just kicking in.
You think it is now? Look at this.
That was fucking amazing.
This is by Amanda Harwell on IG. It is a zebra going through a striped canvas, and it is just awesome. Just amazing.
Nutty, dude.
Yeah. Again, this is... Listen, you guys, I show this type of art on a comic show, and it goes along with my whole thing about coming up with new stuff and trying to be a little bit more original in the comics arena. We don't have to do homage covers all the time to death anymore. You know, you can come up with cool art ideas without it always being an homage.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There is absolutely no reason that zebra is
I
not
was good on my own,
covered.
Look at this. Again, more beautiful art and another beautiful artist. Roxy Peroxide.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's almost Breakfast at Tiffany, but not quite.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Got a little of that vibe to it. You know what I mean?
So good. This right here, I had to show again. This is Paul Stamets took this picture of some psychedelic mushrooms at night releasing their wonderful spores. It's hypnotizing.
It is.
I will use that in podcast at some point. Look at this hat right here.
I could see you wearing a hat like that.
This is badass. Start to finish, creating a statue or a little vinyl figure or something.
A little resin of some sort, a little
yeah. And then they cast it and make like bronze out of it or something. So,
wow, yeah, a little bronze casting.
I love this right here. Kevin Scott said, I was blown away when I first saw Phil Noto's Star Wars High Republic concept art and gave myself the challenge to make as many of these characters canon. I reveal who is who on my blog today. You might be surprised by a couple of them. How cool is that? That he saw the art that was just concept art and he said, I'm going to make those characters canon. And he did it.
Dude, Kevin Scott's dope, man.
I know.
There's a reason I like Kevin Scott on a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
Although his last book I did not enjoy as much as his last Star Wars novel.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it nearly as much as I normally do.
This is a classic painting by Luis Ricardo Falero. It's called Witches Going to Their Sabbath from 1878, and it is awesome. It is just amazing.
It reminds me of, like a cathedral ceiling that you just see this on hanging out somewhere in Europe. You're on tour, just, oh, look at that. That's great.
Yeah, crazy. Here we go. Run the Jewels. 2 custom Run the Jewels figures by Reaction. Pretty dope.
Are these real?
Yeah. Look at this mushroom.
When did those come out? Wait a minute. Those are actual real toys and stuff?
Yeah.
No shit. Okay. All right.
Stained glass mushrooms. And then a badass mushroom sweater. I want both of them. Look how awesome that sweater is.
I'll take the stained glass. I don't know if I can pull off this. I don't know. Maybe I can pull off the sweater.
I want both, dude.
That stained glass work is
I know.
That's top notch. That's amazing.
I know.
That shit's hard to do.
I love Dia de los Muertos art, and this is absolutely amazing. It's made from Midjourney and Photoshopped, but it is beautiful. Dia de los Muertos art, just gorgeous.
Looks like Fimo. It looks like they actually made it out of Fimo. I know it's Photoshopped, but
beautiful. Look at this tattoo of a goofy Jaws.
Love it.
Love this right here. Dupido. More AI art. There's just something about it. I don't know what it is, but it's
almost creepy.
Yeah. It looks like hands and then dripping plastic, and it's just something about it. Look at this. Clear lemon meringue pie. Looks like an art piece.
Is it real? Can you eat it?
Yes. Baking clear lemon meringue pie takes an incredible amount of patience. But haven't you always wanted to eat something out of a fairy tale? With its fluffy topping and tangy filling, classic lemon meringue is nothing short of whimsical, but the clear version is next level, and James Dempsey 2005 made a perfect one.
I'm a little speechless. I don't know if I could eat it.
Oh, bro. That's awesome. All right. This is from Weapon X Squall. Flipping through some comics today and happened to come across this. Being a huge Dave Stevens fan, I had to have it for the collection. It's probably a multiple back covers, but not sure if anyone has posted yet. It's a back cover of the Planet Comics #1 art from Blackthorn Publishing. And it's got like different colors on it.
How do you feel when you're just flipping through and it's like, boom,
Yeah.
you know, that feeling, that tickle, that just like, oh yeah.
All right, this right here is going to blow you away. You ready for this? Look at this art.
Yeah. God, people are just so much. I used to be talented as a child, and now I'm old and work too much.
How she made that is amazing.
And just boom, bangs it out.
Bamboo,
and just like you're saying, so it took her how long? There's no reason that couldn't be, you know, on a cover. Something new and different and exciting, and no, let's do an homage.
Yep. Hold on, I got more. Where are they?
Ooh, look at that Spidey.
This right here.
Yeah.
This is Tyler
Look at
Kirkham.
that.
Yeah. He did a good job on this one.
Yeah, he did.
Working on a Miles Morales cover for Unknown Comics. Beautiful.
Dang.
So glad he's not doing it the same old thing anymore, aka battle damaged. This was really cool. Shout out again to Art by Fitz. He says, Drew Blackman, a.k.a. Stephen Thomas, for Black History Month. Yes, people, he is a real character, and he's dope AF. Blackman was created by Tom Floyd and distributed by Leader Comics Group in 1981, who survived a lab explosion and gains the powers of super strength, invulnerability, and flight. So there you go, and he did his own little version of it. There's the original, and there's his version.
Yeah.
Love Art by Fitz. Yeah, just great stuff. So
that's
check
cool.
that out. Yeah. Hold on, I got a couple more, and then we'll call it a night, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. All right.
That spider was dope.
Look at this baby bat.
I have always wanted a pet bat. How cool would that be to have a pet bat?
I think it would be cool, yeah.
And I've always wanted a pair of ravens too, though.
I want a panther chameleon. All right.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Hold on here. I think that might be it. That is it, you guys. That is it. So that is the IG Art Spotlight. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. I don't think there was... Oh, there is a couple other things. I'll hit you with some couple news things. Did you guys see this? I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is pretty interesting. The Punisher. The Punisher, you guys, has been going through some changes as of late. I think we've all kind of talked about it, and you know, it was a big deal a few years ago during the whole pandemic and all the rioting and stuff. And the Punisher's logo was used, you know, in some different weird ways. But Bleeding Cool posted this the other day. May will see the release of Punisher number 12, the planned final issue of the maxi series that launched last year and saw Frank Castle take his punishment to a new level with a new skull logo as the leader of the Hand. When the series was announced, the Punisher had been absent from Marvel for a year. This new series was set to reimagine the Punisher and presumably figure out how to publish comics starring Frank Castle that wouldn't be such a lightning rod for political discourse, which is very important to think about that. The series ended up being called just The Punisher, but with the reveal of the solicitation for Punisher 12, we can expect, or it says here that with Punisher 12 will be the oversized planned final issue of the limited series. It looks like it will transform the Punisher into something not the Punisher. It will be hard to reconcile for sure, like Tony Stark not being an asshole or Wolverine only having one dick. What? I don't know what that means. But it's right there in the solicit, undeniable Punisher No More. In the most recent issue of The Punisher #9, Frank successfully murdered Ares and, as these things go, claimed the title of the new God of War himself. Then, in the real Man of Steel moment, he made out with his resurrected wife with Ares' blood still on his face. The next 2 issues of the series are set to see a team of Frank's former frenemies like Captain America, Wolverine, Black Widow, Moon Knight, and Doctor Strange team up to take him down. So, I don't know, man. This felt like it failed miserably. This whole Punisher run that they did.
I agree. When they came out and said they were going to change his whole emblem for one, I was like, nope, I'm out. You lost me, because that's part of his whole persona. You wouldn't come out and change Fantastic Four's emblem. You know why? Because it would shit tank the book. It's dumb. Don't do it. And then when I read the synopsis, I was like, I won't even read it. Like, you can keep it, because they wanted to get away. They wanted to get away from what makes him him. Yeah. And it's like, what? That's like Superman not being all-American.
Yep. Have you guys been reading Deceased? If you have, Deceased War of the Gods #8 has an amazing cover. I know I talk shit about homages all the time, but if you're going to do it, you do it like this. This is the Adam Hughes Power Girl homage, Deceased style. And it is awesome.
So good.
Yeah.
It is good.
So that's pretty good. One of my favorite all-time Frank Frazetta images is his Mothman stuff. This cover specifically is gorgeous. And
it looks
Opus
like such cool old school Boris, the
Yeah.
old D&D Boris stuff, the way he does
Well,
it.
Frazetta is the original Boris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is new from Opus Comics, and I love Opus. You guys know I'm a fan of their stuff. They're doing a new series called Frank Frazetta's Mothman in the Frazetta's verse. And look at these covers, dude. Like, this one's okay. I like how he's coming out of a UFO. But that one is just amazing, obviously. And look at that one with the big moon. So I definitely will be picking that one up. Of course, the original. But, yeah, good stuff. I don't know what you guys think about the Frazetta-verse, but I just love seeing Frazetta-style art or Frazetta art at all. And my favorite Frazetta art is the Mothman stuff. So I love it.
That is cool.
Yeah, one of my all-time favorite art pieces right there for sure. This was another interesting, too. This is a new book coming out by DC called City Boy. And this was a character that was first talked about in Wildstorm's 30th anniversary special and Lazarus Planet Legends Reborn, a new character called City Boy. A Korean hero, and there's going to be a 1 in 50 variant cover, and then this really cool Heritage Month cover right here. This might
Why
be...
is he wearing a "Something is Killing the Children" mask?
Right? Isn't that interesting?
Fucking lawsuit, cease and desist right now.
So this is going to be something to keep an eye on right here, I think.
Huh.
All right?
I don't. I'm confused by the whole. You had me until I noticed the whole mask thing.
Yeah.
I'm out at that point. Like, stop copying. Come up with your own shit.
Robert Pattinson will appear in the new Penguin series, so that's a good thing. I like that. I'm a fan of Robert Pattinson's. I'm a fan of Robert Pattinson's Batman. And finally,
as much as I didn't want to like him, I actually thought he did a really good job.
And finally, to end it, full circle with Clayton Crane. Look at this badass Clayton Crane Garbage Pail Kids Mad Balls cover.
Love it.
Oh man, that's so good.
I still look for that skull, the skull Mad Ball.
Yeah.
I still look for that all the time, and they're getting harder to find.
My favorite are Oculus and the skull. and the baseball are my favorites. I love Oculus though. Bogcast art, Oculus for sure. Love the Mummy too. Mad Balls are right up there with Garbage Pail Kids. So very, very cool stuff. Love it, love it, love it. So thank you to everybody for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you guys are enjoying the new look of the show. It will be getting better as we go forward. And if you guys didn't get a chance to see the Hot 10 last night, please go check it out, House of Stein's YouTube channel. We had a lot of fun, and I changed around the look of the show a little bit, and I'm really, really proud of it. And, as I've figured out how to use this stuff more and more and decided of kind of like what to go with and what to learn and what to utilize, we're going to be paying more attention on making the content better, more interviews, more guests, different hosts, new hosts for people out there, maybe some old faces that you haven't seen lately, and great new content. I want to remind everybody to check out the Discord group. You guys can find links to the Discord below. I want to also remind everybody that if you guys haven't checked out the Beyond Wednesdays creators first list, please do so. It is link in the description. It is a living list that you yourself can add to. Just use the commenting feature on the link. There's a link in the description below of the list, and you can make a comment to that list, and I will add that comment if it's something to add to the list. There's a ton of creators that we still don't have on the list, and a ton of books we don't have on the list. So if you know any creator firsts or early creator works, please go ahead and put them on the list. Solo, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I want to say thank you to everybody out there watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Adios.